Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Corey.
I'm Drake.
Joe, sorry, I'm playing our first episode in the background.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Meta as fuck.
Yeah, no shit. So, sorry we kind of took a week off. I was out of town in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I know y'all are jealous.
Yeah, we all suck.
And of course, while I was in Puerto Rico, E3 was going on. So, needless to say, I took a couple days of beach bumming and decided to stay in the room and watch E3 while all these other people literally just kind of caught glimpses here and there of E3. So apparently I'm the most
Don't fucking criticize my fucking E3 skills.
I'm kidding.
I've been doing it this way for years.
I'm giving you a hard time. Usually I usually take off the days for E3 so I can sit on my ass and watch all the press conferences and coverage and everything like that. Anyway, I just happen to be also taking that week off for Puerto Rico. So, congratulations again, Zach and Sophia.
Congratulations.
Even though they're still down there and Zach keeps sending me pictures of him on the beach.
Always sit in Indiana.
No. Not nude. Did
you say nude or
Nude. He said nude.
Oh, I thought you said rude. Yeah, that is fucking rude.
No,
you guys are all talking about
nude?
naked guys. And I was like, oh.
But yeah, because there's so much shit to cover for E3, I think basically what we're going to do is we're going to dedicate at least, I'd say an hour, probably an hour and a half for the
main three.
For like the main three, the Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. And then we're going to do another hour to an hour and a half on the developers. So I think we're going to do split it up into two separate sets of episodes.
This is going to be episode 11 and then 11.1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 11.
No, the first one's
11
11.1.
and 11.5. That works.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
Why 11.1?
That's what Marvel does. Break everything into points.
But it's half. No, you're fine.
Bulletstorm remaster.
Yes. Yeah, no, I did see that.
By the way, might I add, the one guy that watched fucking E3 did not know that Bulletstorm was being remastered.
Hold on.
I got that through my sources.
Hold on.
Eat a dick.
The reason I didn't know it was going to be remastered is because it's not mentioned in any of the press conferences.
Oh, my news feed had more information than yours?
Apparently. Because I actually watched all of the hour and a half long press conferences for each of the things. So, anyway.
You got to see a lot cooler footage than I did.
Long story short, I guess we're going to start off with Microsoft. So here we go. Starting off at the top, you got the brand new Xbox One S, which is coming out at the end of the year.
Actually, I'm excited.
I should.
August.
It's August 2016. It's going to be 40% smaller with up to a 2 terabyte hard drive, which is kind of cool. Integrated power supply, which I'm
excited for that.
I am excited for that because I was kind of shocked that they didn't do it because the PlayStation 4 had it.
Yep. Well, the PlayStation 3 had it.
PlayStation 3
Actually,
had it
every PlayStation. No, the PS2 I think had it.
PS2
did have it.
Yeah.
But it was still nothing like the Xbox One.
No, it wasn't quite.
But I mean, the fact that it's an integrated power supply, like I don't know, that's kind of awesome. Especially if you travel.
Yes.
Or if you're like us and like last weekend when we did episode 10 and we had a big LAN party and those things are a pain in the ass. Last episode, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, like an integrated power supply, I don't know. It should have come way sooner.
I was gonna say it's hard for me to be excited when, like he said, PS3 had it.
Yeah,
it's literally this is what the Xbox One should have been.
The Xbox One should have, and they're just like, oh, we got you guys.
Yeah.
If just to make a point, it's kind of like Apple and Samsung.
I agree.
Oh, 100%.
The one thing I will say with this though, is the one thing that I liked was that when the original Xbox One came out and was announced, everyone hated it. I was excluded from that. I really loved the original concept, and I know everyone hates me for that. But they released a system that everybody hated. Nobody liked it the way it was. All of this stuff. They ended up changing, management. Phil Spencer came in, and I will say that the guy has done everything that he said he was going to set out to do, and that was listen to the fans. And this is the Xbox One that people wanted 3 years ago, and while it's a little too late, this is what, this is showing Microsoft saying, look, we listened and we did hear what you want, and this is us trying to make right on what we said. So I at least give them props for that.
Agreed.
But again, it should have been. This is what should have come out in 2013.
Yeah. Yes and no. Well, because I mean, some of the stuff that I'm about to talk about really wasn't a thing in 2013, like HDR gaming capabilities and 4K video and 4K Blu-ray capabilities.
4K was around, and they did say it was the original Xbox was going to have 4K. It never came in.
I don't remember that.
I do.
4K was around, and so
Right, it was around.
It's not
a
as
big deal.
It was.
It wasn't as
You want a
mainstream.
40-inch 4K television? Give me $27,000.
Ironically,
Yeah.
it was on PC. It wasn't on consoles.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes, though. Is it's always like PC gets it, and then like 25 years
But
later.
again, you also look at it.
3D 4K.
Right.
VR.
But
she'll call you. No,
sorry,
she won't,
Adrian.
'cause it's your phone.
Yeah, so you might want to call her back.
That or I can.
We're being interrupted because Adrian's being rude and calling in the middle of this thing.
How
I hit
dare she
decline on
try
the
to get
iPad
food?
to answer on the phone, and it
Why would she have
declined on
called you first? Oh, because
Probably because she knows that that's
Boom.
recording, so mine's relatively
Um,
grown.
No, but continuing on. Are we done with the?
We were talking about the 4K and how it wasn't mainstream, and now essentially,
Yeah,
I mean, back when the Xbox
Yeah, because
One
at that
came,
point it was like $27,000 for a freaking
Oh yeah.
40-inch, yeah, it was.
and it's just completely unreasonable. And now it's like $27,000 if you want like the 90-inch.
tangent, just to talk about it. I know it's like getting old, but I'm just because I was looking at TVs at Best Buy the other day. I want a curved TV so bad.
We just started carrying them at Walmart and they're cheap.
How cheap is cheap?
She
didn't
40
answer.
40 to 50 inch for $4 or $50.
That's actually
Really?
good.
That's
Really?
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So I might be.
Credit cards.
I can't remember if it's 40 or 50, which I know that's a big difference, but
I'm sorry, Chase.
So I may be coming to see you about a
It's
TV because
the TV itself is beautiful. Like the TV is chrome.
Oh,
Like it
wow.
reminds me of the SpongeBob episode where everything's chrome.
Future. Future.
The
No,
other
we
thing
don't
I
watch
will say-
SpongeBob in this
She
house.
tried to call that.
Well,
Now
it stopped
check to see if
recording
it's
then.
still recording.
Well, we'll see what happens.
While
They're
Nick's
gonna
checking
check
that,
out.
I'll
Thank
continue
you.
talking with the other
we
thing.
haven't
that,
covered much, luckily.
The other thing I liked with the new Xbox
Yeah,
One
still
S
recording.
is
Actually, well,
did we all see the new controller?
Okay.
I was getting to it.
Well, I'm saying, can I?
Okay. Yeah. You're,
I mean, I guess if you want, but we're going to be coming back to the console again.
That's what we're talking about right now, isn't it?
Right, but I mean, yes, but
I think we were
My
talking
point is,
about.
a controller is a part of the console. Like, it's a new thing that was
I
announced.
think we're talking about the two
Okay.
going to talk about the two consoles, then going to talk about the controllers. I think.
well,
what
no,
Nick was-
Okay, so
or console
I was
specs,
just
maybe.
going to say on the actual physical console, you also have the fact that they're adding in an IR blaster, which is nice because then you could use like different remotes. But anyway, we can go back over to the controller and stuff, and we'll go back to the consoles, I guess. So yeah, the new controller. Finally adding in Bluetooth is the thing I'm excited about.
and an IR blaster.
Infrared. How the
I know what IR
it-
is, but what's a blaster?
The little
the
thing
sensor
on the
that reads IR?
This so like that
That's
right there is an
blaster.
IR blaster.
Why does
So-
that have one?
That's how they communicate back and forth. Is infrared.
We're gonna send Corey back to school for a little bit. We'll be right back.
Anyway, so like
I wasn't aware that's what that
I mean,
was
I knew
either.
that's how
I knew what
remotes-
IR. Yeah.
Like I knew that's how remotes worked for like TVs and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
But now you can use those on your console. So now you can have a universal
That would be
remote
nice.
that works for your console.
Rather
So you
than
can
have
use
the
it.
Xbox One remote,
Exactly. So now
which is also something else
Surprise.
that the 360 had
exactly.
back in the day.
Yeah. But
Back in the day.
2006. 5.
But yeah, no. So with the new controller, though, the other thing I'm really excited about is they did say it's a longer range. It's going to be like double the range, which isn't that big of a deal.
I was gonna say, like, unless
Except-
you- literally one of those moments you need to go play outside. Okay.
Or if you're like me, I have a wireless headset. So if I get up in the middle of a game and I walk into the kitchen, if I'm on PC or PlayStation 4, I could still communicate with people. If I get down to the end of the hallway, the controller loses signal from the Xbox and I can only hear everybody. I cannot communicate back. But because of the length of the new controller range, I may actually still be able to talk back and forth while I'm in the kitchen.
That seems like the most first world problem.
Oh, 100% first world problems. But you know
Oh my
what?
god, I can't hear the guys talking about the shit they just took while I'm in the kitchen making a.
No. I can listen to you talk about the shit. I just can't tell you about
comment
my
on
shit.
it.
I can listen to all your guys' shit. I just can't give you the descriptions about how my shit was better.
Using shit.
But it's one of those things like, I mean, this is a first world nation. So, yes, fucking A, first world problems.
Touche.
Oh, speaking of which, I left all the surprises in the fridge. Hold on.
Son of a bitch. I just spilled that.
You did. There's a towel right
Did it?
there.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
A little bit.
It's on that toaster.
Y'all can still talk much.
So wait. What do you want to say about the controller?
The fact that you can use it on the...
but
Oh,
And you
okay.
can use it
said
on-
everything I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. I
I
misunderstood. I thought we were
coolest
talking
part
about it,
was
yeah.
The fact that you can use it on a PC now without a dongle.
That was the other thing I was going to get into.
That would be nice because that was
But the
one
only
thing
problem
about,
is, well,
yeah,
what you were saying.
that was the one thing about the like when I had a 360 wireless 360 controller. I was like,
Yeah, you still
why
need a
can't
USB
I?
thing.
Yeah, and I got really frustrated with that, and I'm just
Have they talked about it at all?
yes.
So do you have to
So-
have Windows 10?
Yeah, because, well, you can do it with Windows 7, 8, and 10, sorry. I have 7 and I can't for other reasons.
ARG?
Yes.
Copy.
No. So,
Are these balls?
yes.
We're all going to drink balls.
No, what I was saying, the big thing was, while they did say you don't need a dongle anymore, thank you, you do need a dongle. So the way it works is that you no longer need the Microsoft one, which used to cost like $49 or something like that, or $25, or you now have to have a Bluetooth dongle in order to do it.
But
So,
most-
Bluetooth dongles are like fucking $6.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You just
Or
cut the cost in half.
If you
right?
have the Wi-Fi thing, right? Like I have a Wi-Fi card.
It says
that also-
Wi-Fi Direct, so I don't know quite how Wi-Fi
Well, I mean, my
Direct
card
works. I
also
looked
does
into it.
Bluetooth.
Oh, well, again, so that's your Bluetooth
Okay.
dongle. Yeah.
Okay.
So for you, yeah.
so
For me, I'm using a USB.
I was gonna say-
so it does not.
my, I have a Bluetooth dongle built into my computer.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be up late.
You're fine.
Is this an energy drink?
It is.
I'm not supposed to have these.
We should have done this a long time ago because I'm running.
God, dude, I
So-
forgot how great these things
Yeah.
are. Hold on, everyone.
yeah.
It's all
well,
right.
It's been
Yep.
years since
Yeah, I haven't had a balls since Sparky's, if that brings back memories,
I haven't
Joey.
had a ball since I
Yeah.
got drunk last week. I mean,
Wrong kind of balls.
I mean, it's
sorry,
good.
that's spelled different.
I will. I mean, it
Hold on,
has.
everyone, keep the labels turned around. Are we allowed to show logos?
This episode.
I would think
brought
so,
to you
yeah.
by
balls.
Vanna White.
I was gonna say I'm not saying it on here, but
I'm still waiting for a comment on the fact that these are blue balls.
I never even thought of that. Dude,
fucking thing ever.
I started drinking balls when I was in high school, and I never even thought of that.
Nick,
What is my problem?
choking them down too.
Oh my god,
Choking down the blue balls.
I.
It's called blue balls, Rachel.
It's just
Guys
gobble
like
them.
Gandhi, only better. He likes puppets.
Wow. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, the new controller. It also is gonna have a textured grip,
Which I like.
which is cool. So like it's
And
not
on the whole
it's-
console, right? I thought the whole console was textured.
Yeah, but it's more.
No,
just
no,
the
no,
fact
no,
of-
I'm
to have
saying-
an actual controller that's got a.
like
Yeah.
grip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because right now it's smooth. So the problem with it is it's
Sweaty and slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because gamers, we have that acidic sweat, and we just break the controller down to the
Oh,
molecular
yeah.
level.
badly.
Another
Oh, yeah.
thing, kind of segueing a little bit, not far though, is I don't know if you guys saw that they said that you can now order a custom controller.
Yes.
So you can actually go through. There's like 4 billion different customizations where like literally every single part of the controller, you can pick one of like 3,000 different shades of color.
Yeah, basically like it gives you a
Directly
full
from
spectrum.
Microsoft?
So it's literally
Okay.
like a,
Because I was
an
going to
F-
say there's
uh,
other places that do that now
what is
already,
it?
Yeah.
but
the hash code, like the color code.
Yeah, hex codes.
Hex codes, thank you.
It gives you a full spectrum, and you can
But
like.
every piece is.
I
changing.
want this thumbstick to be this color. I want this thumbstick to be this color. I want this D-pad to be this color. I want the front of the controller to be this color. I want the back of the controller to be this color. I want
Jeez.
these triggers to be
And
this
then
color.
they also engrave
And then
your
you can
gamer
engrave
tag.
it on the front.
That's
you can
nice.
That's
do,
cool.
Like yeah.
That's the coolest part. Like the rest of it, I just imagine the worst puke colored ISO. It's like, look at my controller.
But
Don't worry, guys.
Someone's gonna go on there and be like, I'm gonna go through and custom make a controller and they just make it all black. Guys, look, I had
See-
Microsoft built this just for me.
just for me, see,
Yeah.
it's got my
Yeah.
name on it right here. Yeah.
I did that actually. I went on a custom controller site for, I don't remember which one it was. I'll have to remember, but I literally went on there and I was like, hey, I can make it purple. So I made it purple.
Yeah.
And then I went through and then I was like, what color do I want the back? I want the back to be black though still. Oh, I want my buttons to be normal. I want my triggers still to be normal. Oh, shit.
It's basically just a purple front controller. Yeah!
And then I was
Guys,
like,
look, they slapped a sticker on a regular controller and shipped it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's funny. But, yeah, the new controllers are looking cool. They did also announce a new controller that has to do with the next game we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Oh! So, they're doing a licensed Elite controller. So it's the Elite controller, but it's for Gears of War, and it's splattered with blood, and it has a bunch of gashes taken out of it and stuff like that. It looks really fucking awesome, but it's $200.
Yeah.
It's $50 more than a normal Elite. So that one controller is $200. I'm like, I don't know if paying an extra $50.
Price of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say also though, that's one thing I will add with the customization is I think it's stupid you can't do Elite controllers.
True. Very true.
Because I was looking at doing that because I was like, I'll do a purple Elite controller. And yeah, no, you have to. It's just the regular controllers.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that makes absolutely no sense because they just made a customized Elite controller.
Right.
Gears of War. Why wouldn't you let people customize their own Elite
Because
controller?
then you can't charge $200 for it. Or
But-
you can, but then people just be like,
But why wouldn't they at least say, hey, babe, that's something we're considering?
Eventually,
Or they
yeah.
just pair him with
It might
Showtime and the blood could go from Gears of War to Dexter.
There you go. Boom. Even the gashes would work.
$193.
But yeah, speaking of Gears of War,
$7 taxes.
so they showed off Gears of War 4 gameplay. It actually looks fucking amazing.
It really does.
I hate to say it, I've never actually I played a little bit of Gears 1, hated it because I don't know. To me it feels like I'm playing Halo,
But not.
but I'm moving at like 1/5 of the speed.
It's Halo's cheap custom.
And it's like like it's
Which is funny because in Gears of War you can actually sprint, and in Halos, the earlier Halos, you couldn't.
yeah.
But I mean, it's still moved faster than.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it's like.
but it's also one of those things where it is also a cover shooter, so you're much squishier than you are in Halo. So like I didn't.
Sitting still.
Yeah. So I just I never got around to playing it. After seeing the gameplay footage for 4, I was like, I might need to just play through 1, 2, and 3 real quick because they're like 6 hours apiece.
Well,
And like I don't know, this game looks fucking awesome. We're getting to BioShock.
Well, I was gonna say before we get the other thing is though, if you get Gears 4, it does come with every single title in the
Correct.
series. Plus, that's all backwards compatible through Xbox One. Plus, I'm not positive or not. We'll have to look this up. But I think that if you pre-order it now, you get that now. So if you pre-order Gears 4 right now,
You get
you
BioShock.
should. No,
No.
You get 1, 2, and 3 then.
But you get 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one that no one remembers the fucking name because it sucked ass.
With,
Plus, you
Judgment.
also get the remaster of 1.
Correct. Now, I don't have the remaster of 1, but I have 1, 2, and 3
So it doesn't
on
really help you
360
have that big-
digitally
that
anyway.
much then.
So
best
well,
weapon in
because
the entire game, what is it?
huh?
Best weapon.
The gun with the saw
saw
on the
thing
end.
on the
That's what I
sorry.
thought you
That's
said.
the only one I know.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah. Well,
Is there another weapon in that game?
I was gonna say it's like the it reminds me of the
I don't know if Sony
chainsaw from
user.
Resident
Is
Evil
there
4.
another game gun in that game?
Yeah, Hammer of Dawn.
I was making a joke because you're the one that
I know.
plays Sony and we don't
I'm
know
the
this.
one here. I'm probably the only one who's played 1, 2, and 3. Like I haven't
Probably.
played 4.
I played 3 very little.
4's not out yet. Well,
I know
Yeah,
the Judgment.
yeah. That one's
There's-
supposed to be so bad.
The Hammer of Dawn is the gun where you point at an enemy and it goes.
I actually do remember that.
That's cool. I'm gonna fire him a laser. Dr. Octo motherfucking Godipus.
Dude, Warcraft, the little what do they
Agreed.
call those things? In Warcraft, the little
Murloc?
The Murloc?
Murlocs?
Just the Murloc? Okay. Having that in that movie just
Oh my
for
gosh.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
that was
I
awesome.
haven't
I love
seen
that.
it yet.
That's fine.
Oh.
There's a Murloc in it.
Yep.
It only takes 5 seconds of the movie. I'm sorry. I thought you.
And it's just sitting there with like a little spear that's just like,
What did we talk about? Because I was
Oh my
texting
gosh.
you about one movie and I was pissed. Oh no, it was
X-Men.
X-Men.
You guys are both seeing, but none of us.
I was so pissed. That's for another day.
Why are you pissed? I already know why.
Yeah, I literally sent him a message.
Joe was like, "That is such a great movie," until like the entire end quarter, and it just like I can't talk about it anymore because you haven't seen it, but you need to see it just so I can yell at you about how much I hate that movie.
But he literally didn't. He was like, "Yep, I know," and I was just like. God, I didn't even need to say it, and you already know.
It was pretty.
I was.
It was one of those ones where it's just like, wow, they just destroyed that character.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck?
But,
anyway, back on track.
Anyway, back on track.
I want to see Night
One quick comment about the Murloc.
Yeah.
I have a Murloc icon in Overwatch now.
That's awesome.
I had it for the Horde for the beta, and I don't have it anymore.
No, I have the I have a little Murloc just icon, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep that forever.
That's awesome.
What do we all play Overwatch on?
PS4.
PS4.
Say,
all
but
right.
none of us have.
Cool.
None of us have played together.
Yeah.
Because you bought it on PC, didn't
I
you?
sure did.
Oh.
You faggot.
I'm gonna be getting it on PC, so.
Okay. And I will wreck all of you on the PC.
Not if we're on the same team.
Come get,
True.
bitch.
I'll be like.
You'll be like, look at that highlight reel.
Pretty much. Every time I do something like super crazy awesome, I save the game or something, and it's just like, oh my god, that was great. Play the game, Torbjorn.
Yep.
Or I sit there and his fucking turret does everything, and he just goes.
Yep.
They actually came out and said that they are fixing that because they were like, it's pissing so many people off.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys seen the GIF of the? I know this is off topic. Have you guys seen the GIF of the Torbjorn and the play the game? It's literally it says play the game, and I think it's in Russian or something, and it just shows a Torbjorn. He's at his turret. And he's up really high, and there's a Widowmaker next to him, and he hits the turret a couple times with a hammer, and he just pervs out and goes right up to like Widowmaker's ass and stares at it for like the entire fight. And he just stares at it. It's so bad, but
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
You know what this player is doing?
Yeah, literally like caught red-handed perving out like, to everyone in the entire game.
That's kind of awesome, though. But no, anyway, back to Gears 4. They also did announce fully co-op on the campaign.
Yes.
So it's up to 4-player co-op for the entire campaign, which is awesome.
Excuse me.
Which, again, kind of makes me want to play through the whole thing, because then it's another game we can play co-op. They did also announce they did a bunch of new overhauls, and it's got the Horde mode 3.0, which isn't that surprising. Yeah, everybody's ecstatic over Horde mode. Now, the big announcement with Gears of War that I was most excited about. Gears of War is the first game that will have Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yo.
So, Xbox Play Anywhere.
I'm so excited, but no, like
You
seriously.
buy a game digitally on Xbox, on the Xbox Store, you get the PC copy for free.
That's cool.
But I
Also, cross-platform.
yes.
That's cool.
So,
That's
Gears
nice.
4, people like us who have Xbox Ones can pick it up on Xbox One. Skylar wants to play Gears 4 with us. He can buy it on Windows 10, and he can play it on his computer
Corey.
with
He doesn't
us
wanna play with
on
us.
co-op. No, I'm just...
Oh,
that's
you have an Xbox
He has
One
an
now.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm not used to that yet, so I'm still thinking.
yeah.
I was like, why wouldn't
I'd
Corey
probably
play with
use
us on
my
PC?
You guys would be like, oh, controllers, and I'd be like, perfect master race.
But no, it's just a thing of like, yeah, so I mean, now any game that has Play Anywhere or Xbox Play Anywhere, if you buy the copy digitally on the Xbox Play Store or the Xbox Store, you get a free copy on Windows 10, and those games are full cross-platform. Like, no matter what's... And to the point where, like, you can play the game on your Xbox One, and then, oh, shit, I gotta go over here, so I'm gonna save the game and set it down or whatever, and then I'm gonna go over to my computer, and we'll start at that exact spot, because the save date is on cloud.
So the question there is, are you streaming the game?
Nope.
No, it's gonna.
No, it is
from now
Windows
on.
10.
All Microsoft games are gonna be compatible. That's the other thing, though, is it does only support Microsoft titles, and then select. It says select indie titles. I will say the two games that I'm most excited for, like even as ecstatic as I am for like Gears of War and all that, We Happy Few and Cuphead.
Both of them are Xbox Play Anywhere.
Because I know those are both titles that I'm going to be like, they're probably... I can't speak for We Happy Few, but I can't imagine it being very long. Contrast was like a 3-hour game. But I know how I am. I play a game and I'm like, oh, that was really great. And next time I want to play it on another platform so I can get all the achievements because I'm an achievement whore. So
but
this time around...
But... Xbox Live is Xbox Live. So when you
Is
play,
it? See,
yes. So when you play it on,
10,
so when you play it on PC and unlock achievements and then go back to your Xbox One, it's already unlocked.
Aww. I'm still gonna have to buy it on Steam then.
In order for you to
You're gonna rebuy a game on Steam so you can play it on PC,
Just so I can
you can get some more achievements.
I paid $50 for Fallout 4 on PC just so I could get achievements again.
How many times did you buy, Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, hold on,
because I've owned that on every system that's
Making a
out.
point.
Making a point.
My point is, I didn't have a free PC copy and then purchase another PC copy on a different platform so I could get achievements. I have it on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox 360.
So you're just mad because I'm wasting.
You have it on your PC?
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
Allegedly.
No, I was alleged to have it.
You paid someone's salary, pretty much.
Yeah, so.
That's what it just seems like
So.
that one person.
Hey, Rockstar deserves my money.
I was gonna say, I feel like that there's just one guy at Rockstar who's just like, every day before he leaves, he just turns, there's just a picture of you, and he just goes, thank you.
Thank you, Neo Bruner. Thank you. Yeah.
On PlayStation, Xbox, PC.
Yeah. Well, it's because I bought it on 360 originally, because that's what we all bought it on. And then everybody quit playing it. So then I was like, oh, okay. Well, I kept
Why did
playing
we
by
quit
myself.
playing it?
Huh?
Why did we quit playing it? Because there was a reason.
Because online wasn't that great.
That was
it
exactly it.
fucking
They hadn't
launched
flushed
broken.
anything out, and it launched broken as fuck.
Yeah.
As
And
fuck.
it ruined the. At least it was like Brink. I tried to go play Brink online, and
Let's not even talk about Brink.
that's the exact response everyone has to that game.
It was a
My
great
only
game.
experience with that game was I seriously started up the first level, and I was like, I'm going to play this game because everyone kept saying how great it was, and I was so excited to finally get a hold of it. And I'm playing it, and it starts out, and it's like, quick, team, we have 5 minutes. We have to breach this door, we have to breach through this door. We only have 5 minutes to do it. So it tells you have 5 minutes, and the timer's counting down. I'm playing single player, and I'm sitting there fighting through this crowd, and I keep going through and getting stopped, and I was like, well, shit, the timer hit 0. And then a voiceover comes over and goes, good job, team. We managed to get through. Run on to the next thing. And I was like, so I don't even have to fucking play the game. Like, the NPCs are doing everything for me, so I'm just going to sit back and, like, not play the game.
There was no story. There was it was, like, in my opinion, worse than Titanfall.
But the movement was fucking great, I will say. And I'm not being sarcastic. Like, that, I feel like Titanfall wouldn't have necessarily had the movement it had if it hadn't been for Brink. Like, I feel like when that started, then everything...
That is one thing Splash Damage did really well with that game.
Oh my god, that was Splash Damage?
Yes, that was
Splash
Splash
still
Damage.
a studio?
I mean,
I think
Titanfall
Brink...
2's coming out.
No, that was Respawn, though. I think...
Yeah, Respawn was...
I don't think they ever
Respawn
made
did
another.
Titanfall. Splash Damage did
Did
Brink.
that shut them down? They made one
No,
game.
Splash Damage did another game.
Bethesda did Brink.
No,
No,
it's published.
It's published by Bethesda.
I
It's
thought
actually
they-
it's
I
not
thought they
actually
no,
developed it.
it's like the whole ID software and Bethesda thing.
Or the whole thing with...
Or id,
who's
I
that
guess.
new company at? Or not new company, Telltale's doing that now. Telltale's just got into publishing.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick,
I heard about that. I remember that. Okay.
trying to get back. We should probably keep going on topic, so this is going to be a 4-hour episode.
Yeah, no. So sticking it with Gears. Also, the next game they were talking about was Killer Instinct Season 3,
I'm kind of excited for it.
which I'm kind of cool with.
Killer Instinct was okay.
They did also say one of the new playable characters is General Ram
I feel
from
like people
Gears.
would like us more if we were way more brutal about games. Fuck that game sucked ass.
Fuck yeah! Xbox Play Anywhere. Fuck you. No.
My thing was...
I'm excited about that one.
Super
That's the one thing we were all looking forward to.
like,
No, seriously though. And then Killer Instinct is Xbox Play Anywhere, which Skylar loves the Killer Instinct games, but it's an Xbox One exclusive. So the fact that Killer Instinct is going to be Play Anywhere starting with Season 3, he'll actually be able to play it on PC, and he'll be able to play with us.
My only thing with Killer Instinct was the fact, though, that I don't remember this in the original. Granted, I was a kid when I played it, but I don't remember lockout being a thing. That's
Lockout.
what pissed me off. So, in Killer Instinct, especially when you play online against other people, because you know other people are always going to be better than you, playing it, if you do pull off specific combos in a specific order, it does what's called lockout, where it locks your controller does nothing for 15 seconds.
oh, was it avoid juggling? Or do
No.
cheap
So it's like
No,
I'm
like-
fighting Joe. I pull off an awesome combo. Joe officially
My
has no
character
control
can't do
over his
anything. And my
and I
character just stops. So you can just keep
kill.
hitting me, and I can't block. I can't attack. I can't.
So there's
I
no
just sit
reversal
there.
or anything, yeah.
Well, and like I said, I don't know if there maybe there is, and I just never figured it out. But after like the third match of that, I literally said, "Fuck this game," and I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't played it since the Xbox One launched because of that.
It might be different now with.
Which again,
with,
this is season 3, so we've come
Yeah.
3. You know, this is 3 years later.
right.
Did we? We're gonna cover Scorpion, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I wasn't sure what that
I've got
We're
it all
on that list.
situated in order of how it was announced, and
That's
Scorpio
the
was
last
what it
thing.
ended
We'll get
with.
there.
So
Okay.
we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
Xbox One 2.
Xbox 1.5.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry,
so
I wasn't
Man.
sure what
And
order
then-
it was announced, and then I knew we
yeah.
were talking about.
Yeah, that's what ended the press
so
conference.
I was like, oh,
No, so and then so Killer Instinct, season 3, cool. After that
game
was
I'm
also
excited
announced Forza Horizon 3.
Eh.
Which I
Okay,
don't know.
it looks good.
I've never been too big on racing games, but Need for Speed and Forza have always been really
You
good.
remember that Need for
I
Speed
like-
game you got me for like $1 for my birthday like 2 years ago?
No.
That's my point. Actually, I was going to say I still haven't installed it, so that's actually my point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's super
My-
fun, but it's one of those games, it's just like if you don't have friends to play with, meh.
Yeah.
But you and I talked about that, and bring up the feature that you... I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt
sorry,
you.
no, you're fine.
I was going to say, the feature that you and I talked about, I really enjoyed on that.
What?
Correct. So the way it is done, it's also an Xbox Play Anywhere. So you can play on your computer, we can play on our Xbox One, and we can all be playing. But say we're all playing 4 different races. I'm in one race, you're in one race, you're in one race, you're in one race. The way that it works is it's an open world. And then you do the different races in different circuits. So because it's in an open world, all the races are on this map, but different tracks will coincide with each other on different.
So I can be in the middle of a race
So-
and then run into you, who's on a totally different race, and you and I can be
That's cool.
racing
Well,
side by
Because
side.
you guys are connected to the
Yeah,
same
That's
world.
Yeah.
interesting.
So like while I'm racing, you can be racing, be like, oh, Nick's on. So click a button, and then now you're synced into my world while you're still doing your race, and I'm still doing my race. We can end up on the same track side by side doing
So,
our 2
I
separate
So
know-
races
pretty much
together.
it's the ultimate troll where you just crash into your friends and fuck
Yeah.
up their game.
I'm sure we're going to talk about it. Is it, are like, do you have to initialize it, or is it going to be like Watch Dogs 2?
It's going to be the way they showed it off. Everybody was racing. One guy was like, "Hey, everybody, click!" and he sent an invite to the other 3 people. The other 3 people joined in, and then they just kept doing their races. All it does is sync the world together. So then
I
when
think
they
his
all
question is,
3
but
got,
so you have to accept an invite.
Yeah.
I
It's
believe
not
so.
like I can't just
No,
come into your game
that's what I'm
without
saying.
your permission.
That's how they set it up in the show. When they did it on stage, that's how they did it.
That's,
So
the whole thing exactly how
I
you
would
said
only buy that game just to fuck everyone else's games up. Like I would not buy the game to play it.
And Watch Dogs, I imagine like I'm in the middle of a mission,
Yeah.
and I'm sneaking through, and I got it, and all of a sudden here comes Joe or Nick, and just all the lights and shit's going up. You're like, this is great.
but I mean, like,
Run,
it's also like
Sprint through, dude, just like,
they
what?
showed one thing where like it was like some guys that were like, one guy was in a off-road vehicle racing through the woods trying to like he was racing this it was like a helicopter or something like that was transporting another off-road vehicle, and while they were doing it, somebody in his world came off of something and hit. That's fine. So
Totally thought he had a stroke for a minute. He was just
No.
like, and then he totally. That's fine.
but so he
He was shitting himself.
basically
These chairs are all toilets, by the way.
somebody
You
else
guys don't
came
see
in
that.
and
It's
ran
on the little
into
post.
like
Right.
the ship and actually affected the opponents, so that way his friend could get a bigger lead in his race while he still maintained where he was at in his race, which is pretty cool.
So it encourages, group cheating.
basically.
You're cheating, but in group 4.
But
So it's okay.
and all the other Forza Horizon games were pretty
As
cool.
a friend.
The first Forza Horizon was in
Xbox
like
does- oh.
Idaho or something like that.
oh, we're
Like,
talking state. I thought
yeah, it was some weird Midwestern state during the state fair.
No, Idaho sounds perfect.
Like yeah,
That's
so
where I'd race my cars.
I know. I don't remember where Horizon 2 takes place, but Horizon
LA, I
3 is
Headed
Australia,
out towards LA.
and it's apparently the biggest open
I can't
world
wait
of
for
Forza stuff.
Alaska.
I know.
Ice
Right?
road racing.
But
It'll be Ice Road Racing rather than Ice Road Truckers.
Exactly.
I hope the game I want to talk about next. I think we're
some game
close to
called Record.
It's where you record things.
Record looks fucking incredible. I saw this for the first time at Best Buy. Like,
Yeah, we were together.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
GameStop.
Here are my notes.
was it GameStop?
It was GameStop because we were standing there going. No, it was Best Buy.
It was. I was gonna say.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Best Buy. We were standing.
Will you guys please enlighten me? Because here are my notes. This game looks like so much fun. Xbox and Windows 10.
This is okay. This is the trailer.
I know nothing anymore.
This is literally the trailer. All I saw, and again, this isn't what they showed off at E3. This is the original trailer they showed off a while ago. Was these? It's this woman walking through a just complete desolate area, and she has a dog that's a fucking like AI robotic dog, like Goddard following her around, and then
not record. It auto-corrected. I remember Record now.
Okay, yeah, Record.
I have Record.
I just watched the epiphany, like, in his eyes, is his, like, fucking, like, pupils dilated, and he was like, I know this game.
I typed record game, and it came up with, like, fraps and everything. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah,
I did it wrong.
Yeah,
But
Record.
It looks great.
I remember now. Yes, because it's all the different golems that have like the spheres with their personality and all that. Yes. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this game. Actually,
going through.
That's how excited he was. I don't know what it's called. But yeah.
But continuing that, so essentially she goes through and she's fighting these like robots inside this like cave. She's trying to get into this door, like this vault type thing that reminds me a little bit of like Borderlands style. And these robots attack her, and end up the dog jumps in to save her and goes through and gets killed in the process. So then she takes the core out of the dog and puts it into this like giant like robotic mech thing that literally
Two
like
huge red eyes.
yeah,
Yep.
I think.
And then he follows her around.
Oh, you're looking at it on the
Yeah.
thing. I was like, oh, you do know what we're talking
but so
about.
basically the way it works
If I
is
wouldn't
like
have said it or pointed at anything, you would have been like, wow.
basically the way it works is like as your companion levels up, it's all in this core that is basically the being
Right.
of your companion.
You just
and
keep
then
swapping out the body.
like yeah, so like
Death
if you
means
wanna,
nothing anymore, people.
basically.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah. But yeah, that game does look really good. But again, it's Xbox One and PC.
Are we getting close to Rare's new game?
Nope. Final Fantasy 15, which is odd. It looks and plays like a third-person action adventure game. Like
No, it looks exactly like Kingdom Hearts.
yeah,
All the gameplay I watched, perfectly okay with that.
I love
yeah.
So do I. And like I see Cloud like flipping and swinging his like Buster Sword, and or not Cloud, but
That's why I was like,
New guy.
hold the fuck on.
Well,
like, this is set
that's-
in the Final Fantasy VII universe?
here's the even
Okay.
well, that's how Final Fantasy VII is also looks like it's played out as well.
Yeah.
There's no like scenes or battle scenes. It's the exact same. They're jumping, flipping, actively blocking. I'm just like
Right.
Kingdom Hearts.
Here's my thing though. I love that, but I know so many people who hate that kind of gameplay, which is why
Then
they.
fuck them. This wasn't built for them.
Suck the biggest.
But
No,
they
this is
actually
kinda
have
cool.
it set up in the options menu. You can select it to where it still does the typical turn-based, to where it's they attack, I attack, they attack, I attack, and it goes back and plays like the original turn-based
Which
Final
I think is
Fantasy
cool,
game.
because then it's...
So you can play it
to
either way.
1998.
I know. It's
What's
awesome
cool is
though.
the fact of it's really much, what do you like? How do you
Yeah,
want to play the game?
exactly.
This is a totally different
that's
kind of
interesting,
game. if you
actually.
change
Yeah.
it.
Also to announce, not that Joe cares.
I absolutely care, and I love this game.
Okay, no, he said it.
Division has 3 new DLCs coming out.
That game was the best tutorial simulator I ever played.
So
That was so nice.
they announced the first one.
Hey, I made it to
It's
The next game.
it's
Underground?
Yeah, the underground expansion. I didn't realize
My helicopter crashed or something, and I lost an eye or something.
Whoa!
Also, you didn't lose the eye.
I don't remember.
No, you don't lose an eye.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless you're
The
playing an
Asian-
Asian lady, you
Yeah.
still have
Did you lose your eye? I just remember
Yeah.
someone and I busted out.
No, but yeah, it's Division, the Underground. It's the new expansion. It's coming out to Xbox One first. It's got a 30-day exclusive on Xbox One.
Wow, hold on.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
God.
See,
I gotta
here's-
find
That's
this
really
system.
weird because the fact that isn't all Ubisoft
Not all.
PlayStation? I thought it was just Ubisoft in general had to deal with PlayStation.
Nope.
Huh.
Fuck you,
Well,
Ubisoft.
yeah. Why else would they have announced it at the fucking Microsoft press
Tell us how you
conference?
really feel.
I will.
Dude,
They still haven't answered my freaking ticket.
Are you
Yeah.
still trying to get into the beta?
Well, I let that go. And they're like, hey, make a ticket so that we can fix your email. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's been like 2 weeks now. Thanks, Ubisoft.
Hey, you're up here on the priority list.
I better fucking be.
The other actual priority list is like Trump Tower.
Oh, okay.
Right up
You mean
there.
racist tower?
Yeah, basically. No. So yeah, here's my thing when it comes to exclusives. Console exclusives.
Vote for Trump.
Oh, no.
Just everyone's response. I had to say that.
No.
Hitler.
Basically with.
He had them all do that at the press conference.
Oh no, right?
Sorry, done with policy.
Anyway,
Talking about a game or something.
There goes all half of our viewers.
yeah.
They're like pop.
By our family.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, console exclusive games are one thing. Like if you want to have
I am
your
tired of
Kingdom Hearts
exclusives
and
at
shit like
all.
that,
No,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with it. When it's like, okay, we have this game coming out on 4 different consoles, but you're gonna be a month behind if you buy it on any console besides this.
It's
that
a
is
pain in the ass.
utter
Or this
bullshit.
console gets this
To me, though-
exclusive mission while this console gets this other exclusive
yeah.
mission. So if you want to play the whole fucking game, buy
gotta buy it
two
on both
systems and then
consoles?
buy both consoles.
Yeah.
Guys. I mean, Pokemon.
Okay, that's something completely different though.
I will.
Hold on,
I
hold
can
on,
see what
hold
he's
on.
saying, and I'm sorry. I will buy. He's got a. I will buy every color. You can release Pokemon the Rainbow, and I'll buy every one of them.
Here's my problem.
I will buy every goddamn one.
Here's my thing though. Name a Pokemon game where
Pokemon
the
Fur.
games are vastly different between one and the other. Like X and Y
I don't think there's any game that
had
has...
different legendaries, and they have this one has Houndoom and this one has
Yeah, so it's
what?
literally saying,
So-
hey, sorry, but you bought, X, so you can't have this legendary. So you want that legendary, go buy another game.
But that's different because then you can have a friend that already has that game that can trade you that legendary into your game and still have it with your
Doesn't have
game.
a point. You can't trade me a mission.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, but I mean, like,
I also wouldn't say it's vastly different.
I see
I
both
would-
sides here. Like I completely agree
I
with
see
both
both
of you.
sides too. But when you're talking about...
I'll give you Fire Emblem Fates. I'll give you Fire Emblem Fates as an argument.
Oh, actually, yeah. I would
That's
not
a much
have-
different game.
yeah.
There's 3
Because,
games.
because
to
those
play.
are completely different storylines. But with this, it's it just I don't know.
And the other thing, with this is it's not necessarily saying you have to go and buy another game. It's you have to buy another game if you want to play this when everyone else gets to, or you can wait a month.
Or you can wait
See,
a month.
Which
It's
most
just the
people I
fact
don't
of
think
telling
have
people
an
like wait a month.
issue.
Well,
Like you're talking
really
about...
hate
Depending on what
you
game
don't
it
have a
is,
problem
I don't
with
know.
Exclusives, which I understand. To me, that's the exact same thing. It's the exact same type of deal. Okay, well, Microsoft, for example, Microsoft are the only ones who got the exclusive for the last Tomb Raider game. Well, if I wanted to play that Tomb Raider game,
You're
so I
still
played
waiting.
The first one, I'm still waiting.
Yeah, it's not coming
But-
out till the end of the year.
Like
That's shitty.
Yeah, but I feel like the DLC type of thing, like Destiny did it too, where Destiny and PlayStation got a
Yeah.
mission before everyone else. But
We still haven't gotten it.
oh, you should have. They said they were going to do that with Taken King. You should have gotten it.
I was gonna say I think it launched. I
Yeah.
do think it launched with Taken King.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure, but I thought
here's the
I thought
thing.
the launch stuff, the stuff that launched on PlayStation 4, still hasn't come out on an Xbox One yet.
it came out with Taken King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, granted,
Which
that's
still was a long
whole,
time.
like,
It was more than a year.
later.
It was about 2.
No, it hasn't been out that long.
Yeah,
I thought
Destiny hasn't been
They're
out for
on
2
year
years.
2.
There's no physical way because we were still living at.
no, Destiny has
the
to
other
have been out
apartment
for
that you guys-
about 2
you guys
years
shared an apartment.
because
We were living there. What's that place called?
Tuscan
Tuscan Point.
because
Southport Pavilion.
Yeah, it was
Whatever it's called.
2014, which we're in 2016 now. It's been a year.
At least a year and a half,
November
yeah.
would be year 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So we're still on year 2.
It came out September 9th, 2014. So you're right, it was 2014, but we're still in year 2 right now because we haven't crested into year 3.
It doesn't hit year 3 until November.
Okay.
Is what we're saying. Okay.
So,
My brain's confused. I understand what we're all saying the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yes.
I'm rounding.
Correct.
You're not.
yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
I got you.
But
I totally am following now.
But my main point of the whole argument was that one mission, that didn't change anything. That wasn't a game breaking
But it's still just the fact that it's kind of shitty to tell me I just paid $60 and I don't get what the same thing as somebody else that just paid $60.
yeah,
It's like, what the fuck is that
that's
special? Why do
I
they
agree
get?
with that,
Because
but
you
then-
wanted to make another couple million?
But then that argument goes right back to the Pokemon. Where, okay.
And again, I'm not saying it's
I
justified.
know,
Yeah.
it's a very, we're in a cycle right now.
Yeah.
No matter
yeah. I do have to say I get a little
Counter
frustrated.
stuck in a loop.
Circle.
Bender, cover your ears.
I do have to say I get a little frustrated because I've also got the season pass, as well as don't all of you help with the
Yes.
season pass?
Okay.
I feel like I should
Thanks,
be able to
Dave.
get it right when it comes out.
See, that is
on,
a good argument. I agree.
Yeah.
You've already paid for it.
Yeah, I've already paid for it.
Yeah.
I paid in advance to get this thing, so I feel like I should be able to play it the second any
all season
Xbox
pass
person.
You get it at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you have an Xbox, you get it at the same time. Maybe one season pass does, or the season pass does, and then PlayStation, who doesn't have a season pass, would not get it.
True.
Yeah, I just feel like Season Pass should trump it.
Yeah, because
should be over it.
You support the game from the get-go.
If you wanted to tell me the whole reason why you're getting it a month early was because of we're trying to develop it and something happened, so like it's done on PlayStation, it's not done on Xbox, so we're gonna go ahead and release it on PlayStation now, and then when it's finished we'll release it. That's one thing, but the fact of it just seems very greedy to me to say PlayStation's gonna it's Xbox is getting
Xbox One is getting
Xbox One's gonna get this first,
which
and then
this
you
is the
guys
game
have to
that we
wait
bought on
a
PlayStation
month
4
because. Man, they offered me $50 million to do that.
Literally.
Fuck you. I'm gonna take that $50 million.
And it's all contractual. That's exactly.
and it's
that's
bullshit.
exactly what it is. I agree.
Fuck you, Ubisoft.
And again, I mean, they're a business. They're making money, and they're gonna make their call. But at the same time,
because they make some pretty cool games. Like
They do make some really cool games, but
Watch
still, fuck them.
And Watch Dogs 2, and that's about it.
Division.
Assassin's Creed.
Watch Dogs 1 and 2.
Joe just got. Joe went off on a rant
we don't
about
want to talk about Assassin's Creed at the
We're
moment.
gonna wait for that one.
Yeah.
I try so hard to like Assassin's Creed.
Damn, man. Just gonna kill me right there. Man.
Yeah,
on
this is
camera.
gonna be a long podcast. We're 50 minutes in.
Yeah,
and we're not
we're-
even halfway through Microsoft.
We're not even yeah, I know.
So this is gonna be a long podcast.
We're not 50 minutes in though. Remember, we started that. We didn't do anything funny.
No,
Okay.
that we started like 4 or 5 minutes after. Like this has been recording for.
Yeah.
This is probably an hour and a half.
Anyway, no.
Your phone's gonna
Back
I
to
was gonna say the same thing.
I just bought a 128 gig card.
Wish did. Why wouldn't you?
So back to what Joe was saying. Sorry that reminded me with the in the loop. Current events. Did you guys hear about the guy who got the onboard computer for a submarine to divide by zero?
Huh?
I don't even know what the fuck you just said. One more time, repeat that.
So you remember when you were just saying we
remember
were
what I
stuck in a
said,
loop,
yes,
Bender,
but
cover your
say
ears?
yes. What'd you
So
just say?
on a submarine, there was a guy in the military that, as a prank, tried to get the computer to divide by zero.
Hold on. You're on a submarine.
Bro, what else are you gonna do?
Hopefully not fucking kick out all the computers that run the life support?
Crashed all the computers. They had to get towed into the mainland.
Dishonorable discharge.
The only reason they got the only reason they were able to like get a hold of somebody to tow them in was because the
Cell
analog
phone.
radios were still
When
working.
was this?
I
thing they
just
fucking
read an
still
article
have
about it on
analog.
my phone like today.
1997.
Could have been 1997. It must have been more recent than that. I swear to God.
Maybe that's
It-
why
it
the
was on-
analog. Maybe that's
It
why
was
they
on the
still had
recent events on
analog.
my phone.
It is a Windows phone.
I mean, it is Bing. It is Bing news. So, I mean,
Bing's like, guys. Bing's like, guys, did you guys hear the president got a blowjob in the Oval Office?
oh wow, we're maxing everything out. I'm gonna turn these down a little bit.
I really want. There's one game I want to get to that I cannot fucking wait to talk about this game.
Anyway, with,
Should I say it before? No,
with Division, randomly generated missions. So they're actually
wanna
doing
go?
it to where they're
Kick my ass.
creating randomly generated
You wanna
missions.
go?
With this new expansion.
I saw a whole bunch of videos on this.
Pretty cool. You want to go?
It
Fuck
is pretty
this
cool,
guy.
but unfortunately, the
That's what I was
video I
thinking.
watched, the person who was like, narrating and
Might have
everything
been
had a really good point. So you can
don't
add
have our own
modifiers to
podcast.
make it harder. It doesn't. So, like when you add a modifier in Halo, for example, like grunts, when they have grenades,
It's empty.
it makes it so all of them have grenades and they throw grenades like
Yeah.
fucking crazy, right? Whenever you make the game harder and you add modifiers, all it mostly seems to do is just add health on the enemy and makes their bullets do more damage. So it's not really harder, it's just you're taking cover longer.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, at least some of the ones that play Already 3 are kind of lackluster.
I gotcha.
It's just like, oh boy, a harder mode where now you have to stay in cover for 30 seconds instead of 25.
Right.
essentially that's what challenge, like when you go to and do a mission on challenging, that's what it is. They just have more
It's the same thing.
health
as
and you,
adding
yeah.
a legendary model in
That's
Halo.
what. Well, sort of. Like,
adding,
I'm talking
let me
about.
rephrase
I'm talking
adding,
about
but-
the modifiers. So in the new division, they'll add modifiers that are supposed to do different things.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't really
So it's like
all
skulls?
it is like, for example, blind.
Kinda.
I'm just trying to understand because again, I have
Blind
not
from
played this
Halo,
game.
where it takes away your mini map and everything.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the modifiers.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't.
Oh, okay, I get
Right.
So,
It's one of those just like, oh,
No mini map.
Now you just reload after every shot.
I can actually see the game if you do that.
Next game, we're going to Battlefield 1.
I'm
I'm excited for it.
I am really excited for that. All the videos and everything I watched.
It looks awesome. Did you see the celebrity match at E3? So there was a.
I didn't see you were doing that. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you had your hand up like this, like saying you were excited, and I just kind of wanted to like reach over and like.
They did
most awkward high five.
Celebrity
ever.
match.
They did a celebrity match. Some of it was YouTubers, some of it was actors. So like on one team you had like Snoop Dogg, Jamie Foxx, Zac Efron.
I'm gonna talk about your game while you're gone.
Yeah. And it had Gavin and Bernie Burns and.
Oh, that must have been a completely separate thing. The one I watched was Neebs Gaming versus Stone Mountain 64.
Yeah, that one.
They had.
Stone Mountain's team had Snoop Dogg and Zac Efron and Gavin Free.
Shit.
Yeah.
They had a whole lot of people too. Like Jack Frags was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Apparently,
it was
like
everybody.
all Jack Frags, I watched his footage of it and everything, and some of the shit was.
Is the red light on top of him? Is the red light on that thing on top?
It's blinking.
Okay.
I don't know who this belongs to.
I have no idea.
I know. Trust me, my crotch is wet. It rode my lap.
Oh.
Usually that means something did good.
Adrian filled the drinks. Just saying.
Okay. Adrian filled the drinks. You guys go in?
Mm-hmm. She ordered $50 for the Taco Bell. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Is that for me? Thank you.
No, but yeah. So that was like the first thing. It was a 64 player match, which was awesome, dude. Hands down, the rain physics were insane. Like the way that it was raining,
What
it was
a
actually
weird conversation, but I know exactly what you mean.
because I mean like the weapons were even getting rained on, and like the raindrops were bouncing off of the weapons and actually making the weapons wet and giving them reflections, and yeah,
Beauty.
the fog was unbelievable. And the way the blimps were crashing and like taking up the thing, and then it gives them like more cover to go through, or it was destroying buildings as it was falling. It just,
I know all the stuff I saw. Like it looks like they're kind of fine tuning the Levolution stuff.
yeah.
Like a lot of the Levolution and the other. What is it?
Ice cream.
Okay,
Do you want some?
in a second.
Drake.
A lot of the Levolution and like Battlefield 4 and everything was kind of like lackluster, except
That's
for
alright.
How's that?
the one level in China with the skyscraper.
Agreed.
Like that was the only one that really seemed to change.
Because that was a huge game changer.
Yeah. Whereas the other one is like on what is it, Paracel Storm, where the boat crashed in.
Yeah.
That changed one area, one very small area. The rest of it.
Well, no, I was just gonna bring it to you, and we didn't know what you ordered, so she's going through and couldn't remember what you ordered.
But yeah. I will say with Battlefield 1, so it comes out October 21st.
Probably. I didn't
It's like
see the
21st or 22nd. If you have EA access on Xbox One or Origin access on PC, you get it October 13th.
date. That's cool. I'm not gonna do that.
Here's my question. Just being curious, why not?
Because. So this is the Origin access is the one where you get all like certain games for free right now.
Correct.
For X amount. Because with Origin access, Battlefield 4 does not come out.
I did it on purpose.
Oh.
Like okay, if you have Origin access, do you get Battlefield 1? You still have to buy the game, right?
You still have to
get
buy the
early
game,
access to it for the
but
first
you
5
get
days.
it the 13th, and then after the date that it gets released,
It locks it.
then it locks it. And then if you buy it, you start back to where you were at. If you don't buy it, you don't buy it, and you don't get it.
Which the cool thing with that is, the one thing I will say is,
Here's-
it gives you like 3 days or 5 days?
13th, 21st.
That's the first time they've ever done it that far.
Exactly, that's what I'm
But
saying.
that gives you a week,
A little over.
a little over. I'm not doing math.
So it's like a week
But
and a
it gives
day,
you,
week and 2
it's
days.
a trial, so you get to play it for a week and a day, and if you're like, oh, you know, I like this game, you can buy it, but it's not going to be like all the people that bought Hardlines that were like, Hardline's going to be the best Battlefield ever, they bought it, and were like, this game fucking
Those
sucks.
people were stupid. I could tell the second they look at this. We changed
Cops
like,
and robbers!
Cool. We changed the physics on the cars. That was badly needed. But cops and robbers, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It was literally Battlefield 4.
Here's
apologize, I'm gonna eat in the middle of this podcast.
here's my only thing. EA Access is literally $30 a year.
Did you get a drink?
And I mean, you get a bunch of free games like Plants vs. Zombies, the Garden Warfare. You get two of the
Garden Warfare.
Two of the
dude, that game is like the shit.
Two of the Need for Speed games. You get like let's see, Dragon Age Inquisition, Madden. You get a 20% discount on all digital DLC that you purchase for stuff.
I get it.
So when you do download like the season pass and stuff like that for Battlefield, you get a 20% discount on it and stuff like that. So I mean, I personally think it's worth it. I haven't yet, but I mean, even if you want to do it monthly, it's only like $4 a month. But I mean, at $4 a month, you might as well just buy it for $30 for a year because you'll save money. But anyway, that's my whole thing on Battlefield 1.
Did we want to take a quick break so we can eat and start back up, or do we want to just?
I mean, we can just power through if you want.
Okay, that's fine. I just wasn't sure what everyone was.
Cool with that.
Thinking.
Another interesting thing. So they announced new features coming to Xbox Live. Some stuff should have been here since the beginning.
Yeah, I agree.
Such as background music.
Oh man.
The biggest thing that's going to affect, I will tell you right now, Fallout 4. I will never forget Nick played Fallout 3, and it was brilliant. You fucking turned on the Rat Pack Christmas album and put that shit on your fucking Xbox. And
For Christmas time?
It was brilliant.
It was amazing. Listening to like the Rat Pack doing like Jingle Bells and stuff like that while I'm walking around and just like...
Oh, I get it. I understand you have a different level of atmosphere. I guess I just don't.
Yeah, I usually don't do that either.
Neither do I.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
For some reason, I
it's a
always
cool
stick
idea,
to
but
the music
it's-
in the game, or because
That's what I prefer.
feel like every time there's in-game music, it's always a cue to something, and that of course is going all the way back to Left 4 Dead. Though.
It still plays the in-game music, though, too.
So then you have conflicting music?
No,
if you got, like, Rat Pack or whatever, you can turn down, like, the background music so you can still hear it when it picks up or something like that.
another cool feature they added.
Well, hold on. It's no different. Sorry, I'm just going to say. It's no different than just playing, like... So, the game music is playing. Let's say you're playing Fallout, and the music's always changing and shit because you're coming up on radio. And you've got the radio playing. It's the same thing, only instead of... Yeah, but instead of having the radio playing, you've got the Xbox
So it's not
playing.
so much background music. You're changing the files to the Pit Boys playing.
Essentially.
What the Xbox wanted to play.
Think of it that way.
Or
it's done through a whole different
like
application.
in the original Need for Speed, they would come with X amount of like music, and if you uploaded your own music, it would replace it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
That would make
okay.
sense.
That makes sense. I understand that.
But even still, I never really did any of
Same.
that anyway.
Once again, same.
Can I interrupt this podcast for a happy birthday song for Tali?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's all thing to have Tali on the podcast.
I don't have a candle, unfortunately.
Wait,
so.
should we-
Hold on.
Should we explain on the podcast, Tali?
I guess we should.
This is Tali. It's her birthday.
Oh.
That's Tali's birthday. She's adorable. And we
Holy
love her.
shit.
Hey,
She's
don't hide. It's really hard to like do with a tripod.
Sit.
Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Fuck you, dog.
Happy birthday to you. We love you. Happy birthday, dear Tali. Happy birthday to you. That's its own YouTube video right there.
It's good, guys.
It's
That
ice
song's
cream.
not copywritten anymore.
Yeah, it's true. We don't have to pay Michael Jackson anything. He's dead.
She is
my
eating
God.
ice cream whole.
She's trying to just take the whole thing in her mouth.
It's like doggy ice cream though, so.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that she literally just went, like,
It's paw scream.
It's paw scream, my bad.
happy
That
birthday.
sounds
baby.
horrific.
It's what it's called.
Paw scream. Ah!
I'm gonna cut Nick completely out of this, okay, guys?
No.
All I can see is my mic. I'm trying to keep Nick in this, but like I don't know how you actually position this.
Further. You basically have to have it as far back as you can possibly get it on that box. Don't let it fall off the box.
I'm not.
But, yeah. One of the other cool features that they added,
Bruh, I got you.
which I can get why some people would really want this. We would have no use for it, but it's language unlocked now. So
Yeah, that was
so
kinda
like
cool.
so like if you live in Japan but speak English, you can set it to English while you're set in Japan. Instead of you're in
used to
Japan,
override.
it was region locked. It would only display in Japanese.
That's nice.
That's weird. I wonder why it wasn't changed before.
I don't know.
It's
Again,
probably honestly just an oversight.
yeah.
It was probably just something that they were like, hey, let's just do it by region. And then it was like, oh shit, we didn't really think that through.
Then they decided they're going to add Cortana to Xbox One, which they announced that a while back, which is kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah.
This is where it gets really awesome. They added clubs, which are communities for games and common interests. So basically, like chat rooms, and forums.
ASL.
Really cool, except for those of us that really fucking hate social events and don't want to talk to people.
ASL.
Basically,
What's that?
age, sex, and language, or age, sex, and
Age, sex, and language from now on. Used to be age, sex,
and location.
I don't even know what that means.
Anyway,
Hey, baby. ASL.
only 90s kids know what ASL is. Anyway,
He's old enough. He should know.
I know he should know, but in his defense, we really weren't allowed in AOL chat rooms when we were kids.
You got aim?
Actually, I do. It's oh god, what is my name?
Probably.
Job 3:1489.
Job, you going all biblical and shit?
No, because I was obsessed with Mission Impossible.
Holy
So,
fuck!
Job
I remember
3:14.
that. Yeah.
The original Mission Impossible movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
The girl that he had to contact, her name, she went by Job, but it was all Job 3:14, which is something about the people's gold corrupting them or something. I don't know, but I tried to go for Job 3:14 because that was her screen name, and it was taken. So I was like, I was born in '89, just added 89 to the end, so it's Job 3:1489. But anyway, so yeah, if anybody's on AIM.
Hit me up.
Yeah. No, they also added looking for group. So it's got its own LFG client now for
That's kinda
Xbox
weird.
Live. So when you're
Kind of wonders what the point of the game's LFG client is then.
it's
No,
honestly
I get
for
that.
Destiny and stuff like that doesn't have an
Okay.
LFG.
That's about. Well, it does now, but that's.
It
about
didn't
point.
used to.
Yeah.
But if this had been around, you wouldn't have ever needed to. You would have had it from day one.
There's also a new thing called Arena, which is basically going to be an Xbox Live tournament platform. And you can actually create your own tournaments. And it's like, oh, here are the tools to create your own tournaments. And then basically you invite people to your tournaments, you play, and it has the full bracket system.
That's
and stuff like
And
that.
apparently,
I like
from
that.
what I've
That's
seen,
awesome.
there's supposed to be
Pretty cool.
licensed
I like
stuff
that.
too.
Yeah, that's true. They're also going to be
They do an actual like Halo tournament, and then
Well,
you can enter it from your house, so you don't
yeah.
have to drive to fucking somewhere to.
LA.
join
Right.
it. Yeah.
Seattle.
or like or Indianapolis PopCon in 2015. But because I was just right down the street. Anyway,
We're in Indianapolis.
whoa. No,
Pence must go. What? More politics.
well, no, they did announce FIFA is going to be running their big tournament next.
Oh my
summer.
god! Seriously?
And yeah, I know. Woo.
What?
No, I fucking hate
FIFA.
FIFA.
Anyway,
My brother loves FIFA.
You shitting me? That
on to the
game's
next
most
game.
boring
So
fucking
you got
thing.
Minecraft. They've officially
I'm
announced.
excited for that.
Obviously, the full crossplay between
Every
mobile, Android, iOS, and PC. They haven't added in Xbox yet, but they're about to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna announce Minecraft 2.
I just love the
No.
concept. The biggest
The
thing about
return
that
of
is
craft.
the combining PC to mobile.
Yeah,
I think that is a huge thing because you can literally sit. Well, even when they add it in the consoles, but you can sit at your house and play it, and then on the go you can literally start it back up where you were.
That's pretty cool.
and
I
the
like
new
the
update.
controls on them, though.
The new update is called the Friendly Update because
Yeah.
it's the friendliest update they've ever had.
Yeah.
Because that's what adds the crossplay. It also adds dedicated servers. Are you having fun?
I'm just making the sound in the mic.
Anyway,
Are you drunk?
I don't know. I'm wondering that myself.
no.
Kaylee, did you put something in his drink? Are you sure?
Oh.
He didn't act like he's. Oh, never mind. He passed out.
No, so they added dedicated servers. So, like, you can actually access my world because it's on a dedicated server while I'm not logged in.
That's cool.
So that way, like, you're my friend, you're approved, so you can get on my world, and then you can keep building the stuff that you want to build in my world without me having to be signed in and actually in.
Or
Would
You could fuck up his world.
I'm just like I'm both of you at the same time said or.
no, you can fucking be playing, have 4 players on, and accidentally get kicked off the internet, and it doesn't boot every goddamn player from the game.
That's a pretty good.
That
That
is
is
a
to piss me
valid
off because
point.
that shit would happen. Like Scott would be hosting, and it would kick Scott offline because his internet sucked. And I'd be playing, and I'm like, oh, look at all that. Where the fuck did the game go?
See, I'm more on his side. I imagine being like, oh man, I'm finally gonna get back on Minecraft. And I get back in, and I just come in, and it's all pistons pushed against me, and there's lava just pouring.
There was a thing online somebody posted on Tumblr about how they were going through and grounding their kid, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go through and like take their Xbox away."
Oh my god!
And then all of the people were like, "No, this is what you do," because they were talking about how they were always on their kids always on Minecraft. They were like, "Go through and put TNT everywhere, and then spark it, and then immediately log out." So as soon as your kid logs back in, they literally just see all the TNT go, and they get to watch the destruction of their world.
More the destruction of their dreams.
Same thing about instead of taking like your kids' like phones and tablets away, like when they're bad or something like that, just take the chargers and let them watch the battery drain.
Also, most of these updates are available now.
Yes, that was another cool thing.
Trials.
Also, they added in new texture packs. No, you don't understand. Like there was one where it's actually it's a texture pack of a modern city, so it actually kind of looks like Sim City. And it's reprogrammed to where the zombies are actually aliens that actually shoot laser beams at you. The villagers are men in black that have their own guns. And they're reprogrammed to actually fight the aliens. And it's got like full catapults.
Sony would have said something about that.
Dude, it looks fucking amazing.
It's a Microsoft company and Sony owns Men in Black.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's awesome. Everything they showed off on it, I really cannot wait.
Is anyone else excited about Men in Black 23?
Jump Street 23?
It's literally Men in Black Jump Street crossover.
What?
I don't think it's real, is it?
No, Sony announced. Yeah, they're making it's
Jump Street.
It's Jump Street, but Men in Black comes to the, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum and are like, "We need your help saving the galaxy," and the two of them join Men in Black.
Why not?
I was like, I'm totally okay with this as long as it's rated R. That's my only thing. You can't have Jump Street and
the best part of the second one was,
"Oh, you fucked the captain's dog!
literally,
You fucked the captain's dog!"
Oh my god! And he's just running around.
And then he comes back and he's like, "That's not funny at all."
I'm literally sitting there and you just hear tick, 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 tick. Ding! Oh!
No,
he's staring at it and he's like, "Wait."
Crying at that.
That was so great.
Anyway.
Quick note. When all of you get a chance, look up Mind Jack.
We're still on Xbox.
With Jeff. Continue.
Okay.
We're never getting through Microsoft.
Yep. Next game they announced Inside, which looks insane. From the people that did Limbo.
Yes, I am excited about this because they showed it off like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
taken
said
forever
nothing
to do
since.
this game.
Well, it is. I will say, I think the studio that made Limbo is only like 6 people.
Right.
Like it's a small studio.
Is it okay? There was a game a couple years ago. I think that was actually Xbox, so it's still on topic, where it showed you building and everything, and then at night it got real dark, and then all the monsters came out.
You're fucking talking about goddamn fucking Fortnite, and that fucking game is still not fucking out yet.
Yeah.
The alpha started like a week ago. I'm mad as hell.
No, Inside is the one where like you play a character. It's a side scroller. You're playing a character where like everybody else is like brainwashed and falling in line and like.
They're Stanley Parable?
No, it's We Happy Few.
It's kind of like We Happy Few as a side scroller, but like
I love
basically you have to like take out the. I guess the best way to describe it actually would be almost like V for Vendetta, but like not as anarchist.
Yep.
But as a side scroller. But the other cool announcement they did, Limbo is now officially free on Xbox platforms.
I did not know that. No,
Yes.
I already own it. Why the fuck am I that excited?
So,
wow, that's great. Oh wait.
Wow, that's great. Do I get my $20 back?
Yeah, that should be the real question. I need a refund.
So the next announcement after that was all of the ID at Xbox stuff.
Please tell me we're at my game now.
With the ID at Xbox stuff, all ID at Xbox games are Play Anywhere, such as Outlast 2, Cuphead, Hands of Fate 2, Ark is now Xbox Play Anywhere, DayZ, We Happy Few, and Yooka-Laylee.
Ukulele is officially stated on there because it's not listed on Microsoft's
Yes, it
website.
is.
Yeah! Which that wasn't my game, but fuck yeah, I can't wait for that either.
Yeah,
you know the other game that's included in that?
Yeah,
Can
I cannot wait for that.
its name? Well, it's not ID at Xbox, that's why it's not listed.
I know.
Because it's rare.
Also, with We Happy Few, it comes out, the alpha comes out next, or not the alpha, but the beta or whatever, comes out next month.
Early release.
I cannot fucking wait. It comes out July 26th. It's It's coming out first on Xbox, and then it'll come out on other stuff later. But yes, they said all of the ID at Xbox games are Xbox Play Anywhere.
Real quick, with We Happy Few. I saw something on this game that I've never seen on Steam before. So, when you go onto a mature-rated game, which I'm so excited that Compulsion's releasing a mature-rated game.
Yes.
But, it takes you to the age gate. And it always says confirm your age. This is the first time I've ever seen a game where it said confirm your age. I confirmed my age, and it took me to another screen to say, this game is not considered safe for work. If you are at work or in a public space, you might use caution before opening this tab.
That's weird.
I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is in this game?
Also, with ID at Xbox, they announced a new game. You're ecstatic. Gwent.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Which
I
is
am
gonna,
excited about that.
Which is going to have full crossplay.
Are they going to be ported to mobile, though? My big thing is the fact that if they're wanting to compete against Hearthstone and Magic, they need to make it mobile.
I know for a fact they said iOS and Android. They did not specify if it's only tablets.
But again, so it is still coming to mobile, though. Android and iOS.
It said Android and iOS, but they didn't.
What I saw said PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Right, so. But they did say iOS and Android, but it could be like Magic the Gathering, where it was still only on tablets.
But
you
for
couldn't
those
get
of us
it on
that
actual
have tablets in the year 2016. That's okay.
Yeah. But you can actually sign up for the beta right now at playgwent.com.
Well, it's coming to all, so I mean.
Well, I mean,
you're still gonna get it on PS4.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the problem would be that I have a Windows-based tablet. So.
Yeah.
Huh?
Update.
No.
Get a Tab A with S Pen. They're brilliant.
I don't want that. Here's the big surprise for me, because it's always been a Sony exclusive, and then a couple of the games in the series became Sony and Microsoft, and then at the Microsoft press conference, they officially announced Xbox One exclusive Tekken 7.
No, it's not Xbox One exclusive. I'm not trying to. I will.
Well, no. Sorry. First on Xbox. By exclusive, they Xbox One is getting it first.
Are you positive on that?
Yes.
The only reason why I'm saying is because I thought that was the case, and I looked it up online, and online on Wiki it was saying that Tekken 7 came out in 2015. So I was confused because I was like, I never remember seeing that come out. So is Tekken 7 not out yet?
Tekken 7 is not out yet.
There was a Tekken game that came out that was totally on the radar.
I don't know.
Maybe
it could have been 6.
I'm going to be honest. I have not followed Tekken in so long because of this reason. I am so ecstatic that 7 is coming to Xbox One.
All new story mode that uses gameplay and cinematics to tell the story. Like
NetherRealm?
Like I'm talking they were fighting, and when you're about to deal the death blow, it actually goes into a cinematic and actually shows like a whole cinematic.
It's like NetherRealm. Like all the like Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat X.
Okay, when I played Mortal Kombat on Vita, it wasn't like that.
Injustice.
Might have been because it's the same thing.
Okay, yeah, could be because I never played Injustice or Mortal Kombat.
It literally is like cutscene, and then two people go through, and they're like in the middle of the cutscene. It's like, you know, I'm gonna stop you in any way that I can, and it spins out, and then you play the fight, and then as soon as you finish the fight, it goes back into a cutscene, and then you keep watching the cutscene, and then it goes to the next fight, and then it comes back out,
like
and you play the fight. So you play the fights inside this movie is essentially what it is.
Okay.
Is that what?
Sort of.
Because I'm okay with that. I love that style for a fighting game.
Also, the way it looked, it wasn't very cutscene fight. It was like cutscene, and you're actually controlling the cutscene a little bit, fighting, and then like the fighting actually
had fight scene through.
But I still have to beat that game.
But I mean, like the fight scene actually fight stuff actually had like dialogue in it too and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Like it looked ridiculous.
That actually sounds a little bit more like Soul Calibur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Soul Calibur does.
Right. And to celebrate Tekken 7 being exclusive first on Xbox, Tekken Tag 2 is officially free to play or free on Xbox Live right now.
Nice.
Which, I'm sorry, I love the Tekken games. Like, Eddie Guerrera is hands down one of my all-time favorite fighters.
You and I like it, though, because we used to sit in the arcades and play it all the time.
I love Raiden. I mean, Heihachi.
Another game got shown off, obviously. Dead Rising.
God damn, no. Which, I'm excited, because this is taking place during Christmas, which I think looks great.
It's Christmas, and Frank is back. So it's Frank from the original...
That was another series of games that were always lackluster.
I love Frank. I think Frank had a better better backstory than what's his face? Was it Lance or something like that?
Whoever the guy was in the second one.
Yes.
The second one or third one?
Second one. Oh, Yeah, I never played the third one.
My
actually.
thing with the third one is the fact that the guy, like, the first one is apparent. I haven't played it all the way through, but Frank West is supposed to be this big, like, you know, I'm Frank West, not, you know, I can fuck up these zombies and nothing's gonna stop me. And the second one was the guy that was like, yeah. The second one was like, the dude was like, I'm gonna save my kid, and like, I'm gonna go through and I can fuck any of you guys up, and none of you guys can stop me. The third guy's like, holy shit, there's fucking zombies, man, what do I do? There's literally a scene where he's crying, he's like, what do I do? And they're like, pick up a gun, he's like, I don't want to kill anybody. And I'm like, dude, you've got to like, fucking man up. Got to man up.
Man up.
Christy, man up.
No, also they showed off Scalebound, which is again,
Getting
Xbox
closer.
Play Anywhere.
Very excited for.
With full co-op. So
Throughout the entire story.
Yeah, the entire campaign has full co-op. Scalebound looks insane. I cannot wait for this game. Like, it basically reminds me of a more badass sci-fi fantasy Monster Hunter.
It looks great.
Speaking of Monster Hunter, I really want to get that game for the DS.
The new one's about to come out.
4?
4 is out.
No, I'm doing the new one.
Hold on. Are you talking about 4?
Yeah.
It's actually 50% off right now because it's the week of E3.
Oh, hey.
So it's
Nintendo's having a huge sale.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
it's like $23
And Steam
right
sale
now.
starts next week.
Why do you do that to me?
Oh, you're going to be out of town.
Yeah.
Oh,
so now I have a whole airplane to play it on.
I know, that's what I was going to say. You have a whole airplane to do
You're
it.
out of town the entire week of the Steam summer sale.
It goes on for longer than a week, doesn't it?
No, it's only a week.
Oh,
That was 7 days.
No, it starts the 23rd. Anyway, continue.
Are you positive? Okay, because something that I had read
was
said it
released-
starts Sunday.
No, it released today, 23rd.
Oh, so Steam finally came out? Okay. I was
Well,
going to say, the thing
no,
that
no,
the
it
original
wasn't
thing was
Steam.
PayPal.
It was PayPal.
Yeah, I was going to say PayPal UK.
PayPal
leaked
said
it.
23rd.
Okay.
But yeah, Scalebound. Also, again, Xbox Play Anywhere, so I mean, Skylar can buy it on PC and
I
play
love how
with
we have
us.
to keep
co-op.
reiterating that.
Yeah.
It's just the greatest thing ever. Like, I'm so ecstatic for the fact that you can...
Here's another game that got announced. It's Xbox Play Anywhere, first person, has insane drunk physics with full repairs during ship combat.
This is my fucking
Sea
game!
of Thieves. This game
This
was
is the new rare
fucking
game.
amazing.
Dude, can I please talk about this?
Go
This
for
is
it.
the game I've been waiting for.
Give me a chance to eat.
So, literally, the whole fucking thing is go through and, okay, to help, like, explain how I'm can't
Calm
even
down.
talk.
Get it out.
Star Citizen, only your pirates.
I mean,
So the way it works is literally you go through and you buy
what
a
is this
ship.
called? So I can back
Sea of
down.
Sea of Thieves. So you go through and you buy a ship, and you get a group of people, and your job is to sail, drink, and find treasure and shit. But everyone's playing in the same universe. So I find your ship, I can come up and I can just start fucking your shit up and just like shooting cannons at you. We can team up to take on other ships. But the big thing is, so like if you're the captain, okay, you're navigating, but you have the sails down so that you can go faster. The sails are down, you can't see what the fuck's going on, so you're relying on your crew to tell you.
So it's an actual.
you know.
So it's as if literally to the point where you have the helmsman, you have
Yes,
the
every single person
scout.
has their job. Like, oh, you need
There's
the
a game
sails.
that's already
Like,
out that's like that. Except
well,
it's a
they
versus
wasn't
game.
fucking made by Rare,
That's true.
and it seriously
Yeah, I was
has.
gonna
It
say
has
it's made
the
by
ra-
Rare, so-
and it has the rare graphics. which
Think of
I
like
love.
Banjo-Kazooie.
It
I know,
looks.
I'm
yeah.
looking at it right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I cannot wait for this game. The coolest part about it was, as Nick said, there's drunk physics in it. So when they were showing it off, all of the
Is it Xbox?
yes, Rare's owned by Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is.
it's Xbox.
I
and PC.
apologize to the mic. You may want to just turn me down at this single specific part because
But I will say the coolest part is they showed everyone, and the crew was celebrating with rum. So they were all drinking rum, and then they all start trying to go through and walk, and then everyone's like fucking falling around. And, like,
that's Joe. You can just do it in post. Don't all these?
Yeah,
come
that's
as-
fine. I
as
can-
a separate WAV file.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do it in post.
So ignore me. I'm gonna watch this video because that's probably the most excited I've seen in a while.
Yeah. No, I seriously cannot wait for this game. They announced it last year or the year before.
I'm just excited for Rare to be making a game that's not Connect Sports.
True. Very true.
Yeah, this is loud. This is gonna capture on all of them, so I'm gonna get up and maybe see if I can't find an extra taco.
Hey,
Real
and
quick,
while you're doing that, if you could bring me a glass with ice and one of those cans of Mountain Dew if we
Are you
had
gonna
it, Pepsi
eat
if
the
not.
ice?
No.
No.
Promise.
Promise.
No, I'll get it for you.
Okay, no. While he's out of the room real quick,
Preferably Mountain Dew, unless we're out of Mountain Dew, then Pepsi.
can we talk about Ukulele real quick? Because I rewatched the trailer.
That is true. We very quickly skipped over Ukulele, so I will give you Ukulele.
So,
Ukulele and
And Outlast 2, and Cuphead, and Hand of Fate 2, and Daisy,
Cuphead!
and
Cuphead!
We Happy Few.
I gotta tell you real quick about Cuphead. It was, but I was excited about. So in my opinion, the greatest video game developer that is not Nintendo is Rare. Rare shaped my childhood with Banjo-Kazooie and fucking GoldenEye.
Perfect Dark,
Jet Force Gemini. I mean, they shaped my child. They were the N64.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Great game. Wasn't allowed to play it as a kid, no matter how bad I wanted to, because Tina saw it on the news and said that they were like.
But you went way out of your way to try to play that game.
I did. It was like Van Wilder, only.
Yeah, but Van Wilder, you were actually successful.
Kind of.
You actually watched Van Wilder when you were a kid. That's
yes, but trying to rewatch it was the hard part because I had a friend videotape it, and then they taped it off a TV, and then they snuck it to me. And then when they snuck it to me, my parents found out about it, so they took it from me and confiscated it and said you're not allowed to watch it. And then my dad was sitting there and was like, I want to see how bad this movie really is. So he put it in, and his dad, my friend's dad, had taped over the movie. It was the first minute and a half of the movie, and then the rest of it was a Colts game. And my parents were like, we should have let him keep it just as punishment. But anywho, going back, all the way back to Rare, I absolutely love them. I am ecstatic about that. Real quick with Cuphead, they've announced it was originally supposed to be a, I can't remember exactly what you call it, a boss rush? Is that what you call that style of game?
I think so.
Okay, it was literally just boss fight, you beat the game. They've now made it a full platformer. So it's, play through 5 or 6 levels to get to the boss and fight the boss. I'm so ecstatic because that means that they just extended the gameplay. It's going to be a lot longer.
Quite a bit longer.
Ukulele made me laugh my ass off because I rewatched the trailer and I didn't catch this the first time. But at the end of the trailer, it cuts back to Ukulele and they're talking and they say something about oh, well, this is going to be a great game. And then somebody says something about like, oh yeah, and good news is this time, or something about maybe we could have a sequel. And one of them was like, oh, well, what are they going to do in the sequel? And he was like, I don't know. Hopefully they're not stupid and add cars and shit like that. And I was like, I didn't catch that. It literally is them making fun of the fact that Rare went through and was like, we're going to make another Banjo-Kazooie. Let's make Nuts and Bolts.
Oh, yeah.
Which everyone hated.
Yeah.
Including myself.
But and then, on Rare
but it's all the people, yeah, I know. But it's all the people that made the first 2 Banjo-Kazooies. And then they were like, let's do Nuts and Bolts, and these people were like, that's fucking stupid, no, and they all left Rare because of this game, and it's them poking fun at that, and I was like, that is a brilliant touch, and I cannot wait for Ukulele.
Yeah.
That game cannot come soon enough, and it's still a year away, and I'm so
I don't know, I also like the fact that Ark is now Xbox Play Anywhere, because...
Yes,
so
Ark is supposed to be great.
So now if you buy Ark digitally on Xbox, you get it on PC too.
Well, you can only buy it digitally, so...
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't trying. I was just saying, like,
I know.
No matter what, if you buy Ark through the Xbox,
right,
or on the Xbox,
Outlast 2 is going to be ID at Xbox.
Yeah, that game. Somebody played it online, or made a review about it. That they played it at E3, and they said it's fucked up. I mean, they said there's one point where like you have to crawl through a pit of like dead babies.
Done really.
And I was like, wow, this game sounds fucked up.
Outlast 1.
I can't play it because of you.
I couldn't finish it.
I can't start it because of you.
Xbox One now $349.
Actually, it's $299. It's actually $279. But that is an old trailer. But no, I played the first Outlast, and you did that just to fuck with me and.
Have you seen the new gameplay that they released for We Happy Few?
Yes.
Where you actually like get the choice and you refuse to take your
and then you go in the piñata.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
There's a spot where everyone's on. So the whole point of We Happy Few is everyone's on these pills called Joy, and it pretty much like
I've seen.
Okay, have you seen the new trailer?
I missed the new one.
Okay,
I've seen. I mean, I understand.
It's a full gameplay trailer.
It's a guy sitting at his desk. You plays this guy. And he goes through and something's wrong with him. You can tell like colors start changing and stuff, and like he's acting weird. And then he pulls out his Joy and he pulls out a pill and he ends up tossing it to the side. And he's like, I'm not gonna take it. So then somebody else comes in and he's talking. They're like, are you okay? Like you seem off. Like are you off your Joy? And he's like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. And they walk out. And then he's like, well, I need to escape. So he's trying to escape at this building, and everyone's walking up and like. So he's trying to make sure that no one knows he's off of his Joy. And he walks in this room, and this woman's like, oh, come and hit the piñata with us. Like, it's a special, like, birthday occasion or something. You know, the whole point of a piñata is you bust it open, you eat the candy. So they go in, and he sees a piñata, and they start bashing the piñata. And then he starts to come off the Joy again, and he looks up, and it's a rat. There was a rat.
You jumped way far ahead. So like he's hitting the pinata, and then he goes.
Oh, do you hit it?
Whack!
I can't remember. You're the one that
and then
hits
it splatters. But it turns out was it a rat?
It's a rat or a possum or
I thought it was a small dog. I thought it was a small dog. But and the intestines are out on the table, and everybody starts walking around and eating the intestines
because
they think it's candy, because the joy is making them think that it's candy. But then you, since you're off the joy, see that it's actually them eating a fucking dog, and you're just like...
You start freaking out.
And then they're like, wait, he's freaking out.
Yeah, he's off his
He's freaking out, he's off his meds! And they start freaking out, and now all these people are trying to kill you because you're the one that is rebelling and off your meds and everything like that.
It looks terrifying. This game looks
I cannot wait for this game. I cannot wait for this game. I love how we always love the fucked up stuff.
Is there anything else?
There are a couple more games.
No, I'm saying, is there anything else? Like, fucked up games are the only thing to play.
True. There's a couple more games I want to talk about, but the next game, Corey's the only person that played the first one out of all of us, I believe. So I'm gonna wait for him.
Can we take a pause real quick?
For what?
We're waiting on Corey anyway. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Oh,
okay. We're gonna be sitting here for a
second. I guess we're going to take a pause for a quick second.
Yep.
We're taking
Sorry, just taking quick notes on what I want to talk about when we get
to
the next section. But definitely interested in We Happy Few.
Yeah. Which again,
trailer, though.
Joe's like, oh, you gotta play Contrast. I've not
played Contrast.
I really need to.
I've heard it's good. But of course, I haven't played that one.
Yeah.
What was one of the next things? Or do we want to go on with that?
Well, the next game is State of Decay 2.
Okay.
Which I know Corey loved, or Corey seemed to like it. The first one.
I really wanted to play it. I just never got the chance to.
Yeah, I never played it either, and I know Joe never played it. Corey picked it up, I think, on PC, and I think he played the shit out of it for a while. But it's one of those where like he had State of Decay, and then he also had DayZ, and he liked DayZ better, so he ended up.
That's what I heard. I heard DayZ was better,
but
that's why kind of State of Decay just kind of got swept.
And State of Decay is another Play Anywhere title.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah.
That'll be nice.
But hey Corey.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is almost done.
Is he watching more of the? I keep breaking this.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, I think he's watching more of the
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I did not see that one actually.
Game.
I missed that one, so definitely I'll be interested to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for Sea of Thieves. It's definitely going to be a good game.
Totally random, not E3 related.
Mm-hmm.
I will be picking up 7 Days to Die when it comes out.
Oh, nice.
23rd, I believe, 23rd or 26th.
Sounds
I can't recall. Like but anyway, I've got a buddy that's going to get it, so I'm going to get it.
There you go.
It's only $30, so I figured I might.
You got a little something hanging here. There you go.
Oh, I had a fuzzy on my beard. I didn't feel it.
That's fine.
But I don't know if that's something you're interested in getting to. But
you know what? I've heard very good things about 7 Days to Die, so I've always wanted to pick it up, but I never had a chance. It's like I don't know. Survival multiplayer games are always so interesting to me.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like I played DayZ for a little bit, but DayZ had a big issue of like every time I played, I was thrown into a server where nobody trusted anybody, and it was like, oh look, somebody help a pop! All my stuff's gone, and now I'm restart. Oh fuck. But I mean,
and that's one thing that's one reason I kept away from DayZ. I really wanted to play, but also it was only console, wasn't it? I mean, only PC too.
Well, but DayZ is actually coming to Xbox One now.
Oh, okay.
With the ID at Xbox.
That's right.
So
but that's one reason I wouldn't play either, because I prefer console. I like the way controllers feel, which granted I could always plug in a controller and
True.
But it's just with my PC problems too anyway, that my graphics card has had some interesting issues. And
right.
I just didn't want to run it on my PC.
Right.
So this is one game that I'm really interested in seeing how it plays out, because it is supposed to be, you pretty much have, if I recall, 7 days to build up a base. You get attacked, you survive, you rebuild, get attacked, survive. But again, you have the multiplayer aspect, which I've got friends that'll play, and I know they won't fuck me over. So
that helps.
Well, I guess they could if they wanted to, but I think it would hurt all of us, so
True.
It wouldn't make sense for them to mess with me.
True.
But essentially, I'm saying I have people that I would trust to play with.
Right, which is completely because again, I would also play Daisy at points in time where it was basically only me. Everybody else I knew was already in bed or something like that. So it would literally just be me wandering and then running into people.
That game looks fucking tits.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait for Sea of Thieves.
But, so I read an article, that's what was taking so long. The guy who played it is wondering, like, so in the gameplay trailer that I just watched, they're sailing, but it never shows them going from island to island. So, say for example, we're at Florida and we want to get to Puerto Rico. Do we sail from Florida to Puerto Rico with the possibility of actually running into another ship? Or is it a load time? It's not clear. All the stuff has been cool gameplay stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
And the gameplay looks great. It looks very exciting and hilarious and fun. But it does not show the basic sailing aspect. Like,
Right.
if there's a time when it's, you, me, Drake, Joe, and whoever else all has an Xbox and we're all playing, if we're all sailing, we could still be having a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be where it's like, go do this quest, we have to loot this, and then you run into someone else who's trying to do it too.
Right.
I personally would like it if it was like Star Citizen, where it's like, you have to sail from Florida to Puerto Rico. Because now you have the chance of getting lost. The
Yeah.
exploration feature goes up, a storm hits, you get
Yeah.
lost.
That would definitely be more interesting.
I
in
will
my
say
opinion.
one of the biggest things that I liked was like doing ship repairs while mid battle. Like, did you see the gameplay trailer where like they were doing the
They're
battle and then yeah they
start
would go up and
sinking.
start hammering
So
the
that's the other thing. I saw the cannons don't need manual reloading. They just take a time. Kind of iffy. I feel like it would be... Well, I mean, it makes sense for it to like time and reload, get on another cannon, fire, whatever. But the one thing I don't seem to like, they said the same thing about the wood. All you have to do is go grab, or all you have to do is pull up the wood in your inventory and you just nail. So it just becomes run up, shoot a gun, go down, nail, run up, shoot a gun, go down, nail.
Yeah.
Rinse, repeat. It'd be cool. I don't really, I mean, granted I'm not a game developer, I don't know how you would change that aspect so that it was more even and accuracy would count. Also, the other thing, the biggest thing from the article I read that actually does upset me, if you shoot a mast or something, it doesn't do anything. It's just a very base damage.
Yeah.
So if you shoot a mast or a
Oh.
sail, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks to me because they could have changed it. That could be just alpha or beta or whatever. But wouldn't it be cool to shoot through their sails and make it so they can't move?
True.
You know what I mean? And then maybe you have to go up and
Patch
raise
up
the
the
sail and you patch
Yeah.
it for a set amount of time, and that could be the same as the wood where you're just hammering, but you patch, timer completes and you reopen it. That type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Or say, you destroy their mast, well now they have a time where they have to rebuild that,
And that obviously
And-
destroying the mast, because that's a tiny, everyone's moving, that's a tiny target.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you hit the mast and blows the whole mast off. You're not just repairing sails now. Now you're stationary for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
We'll know when it comes out.
We'll see what happens.
I do agree with Joe. The graphics, like the cartoony look, like the video
it
of
goes
them
perfectly.
drinking.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see like the alcohol going up. That looks just like fun, like stupid, hilarious, like
Oh,
we're
yeah.
pirates.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
to be honest, that was one of my favorite things to do just on MMOs.
GTO or GTA.
Well, GTA, I think it's
GTO.
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know
Grand
where
Theft
that came
offline.
GTA, I enjoyed doing it, but I definitely enjoyed doing that in WoW and in Ion. That I thought it was hilarious that you could just go and we'd sit on the beach
That
and drink.
they would
and then-
actually add that level of detail. And
Yeah, and that you'd get drunk and that your character would
You go
just
sit on the
wobble
beach
around.
and World of Warcraft and
Yeah,
Murlocs
that's-
attack while you're drunk.
Yeah, that's exactly
10 out
what
of
I
10.
did. And then I was like, it's hilarious.
Yep.
I'm fighting with drunk.
Now that you're back and actually have some input because you're the only person that played the first one, State of Decay 2 got announced.
Shit! Shut up.
No, I'm serious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there actual gameplay footage or just announced?
It's been announced. There was a little. I know there was a cinematic trailer. I don't remember gameplay trailer. Basically, it just shows like a car driving down the road, and this dude like opens up his door, and pop, and hits a zombie. And then they pull into a gas station and go to fill, and he lifts up the hood, starts working on the car, and then pulls it down. Then it's got the emblem, and everybody in the audience went, yes! And it was like State of Decay 2. But it's part of the Play Anywhere stuff, so when you buy it on Xbox, you get it on PC, and again, cross-platform. Other game got announced, obviously, or it was announced previously. They finally showed gameplay footage and stuff. Was Halo Wars 2, which is coming February 21st, 2017. Again, Play Anywhere, so it'll actually be coming on PC. So Halo Wars on PC will be awesome because RTSs are so much better on PC.
No, that was the whole purpose of the first Halo Wars, though, was to make an RTS.
An RTS for console.
And it did a good job.
Yeah, it was great. I love the game.
Warthog Rush.
But I mean, like, the only complaint I had was I personally am one of those people, I get it on mobile platforms, but on a console game, why are we still having cutscenes that are basically cinematics that move with voiceover? Or did I say cinematics? I mean, like the cinematics in the game are concept art, where it's just like, this character drawn here, and this character drawn here, this character's moving slightly closer because I'm talking right now. And then we're going to cut to a different piece of concept art where this character's moving because this was the person that's currently talking.
Was this just a trailer?
No, all of the cinematics in Halo Wars were like that.
The first one?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like at the beginning of the game there was an actual moving cinematic.
There was
and at the
several
end,
points.
But the actual main cinematics were literally like basically just like concept art. Yeah, no,
Not exactly.
Not really. Because Fire Emblem, it's a picture that comes in, dialogue box. This is like I'm talking like
an anime.
Oh, okay.
Sort of, but
No,
but I'm saying like something like looking at that picture with somebody talking over it, and it looks like watercolor like that, and it was hand painted. And it's got
not Halo Wars. Like, what was the movie that came out with the 5 different art styles from Halo?
Halo Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there was a part with that where it was like samurai, but it was very cheesy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, just jumping back to State of Decay. So, I'm the only one here who's played it.
I believe so.
So, the game had one single downfall, which was not multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall. Because it had a day-by-day basis, so if you were on today, and you had a parking mechanic who was able to repair cars and stuff, you had one parking spot depending on where your base was. And it would take 24 real life hours if you had a really nice car that you wanted fixed. So if you hit zombies and stuff, it would do damage to your cars. And there were a set number of X amount of cars on the entire map. Once they were all broken, that's it. No more cars.
Yeah.
That is awesome to me. That is a fantastic, great idea. It's not like people would randomly go through. They had hordes. You had to watch out for your settlement. If a horde, you'd have scouts, and if people said they saw a horde kind of moving in the general direction, you could hope that they would veer. Sometimes they would. Sometimes they wouldn't. And if you did not destroy them before they got there, they could overrun your settlement and kill a shit ton of your survivors. And that game had permadeath. So when your settler died, everyone had a unique name. When they died, they died. They all have their own traits. You always start off as Marcus something who had the leader trait. And I used him, and he got so proficient in bladed weapons, all I had to do was hit a zombie once, and I decapitated him.
Nice.
But they had a fatigue setting, so that if your character... So you wouldn't just stick with that character 100% of the time. And I had this one girl I rescued early on, and she was in the military, and she's one of the first people you get. Like, it's scripted. After that, after you find the group of people, the main group of people, it's not scripted anymore. It's completely... You find random groups.
Okay.
When I had her, I switched to her, and I was using a rifle and everything, and a special infected, tackled me and stuff, and she almost died, and, I had a heart attack, running her back to base. Avoiding, as there were zombies, there would only be 3 or 4 zombies in the road, but I completely avoided them. That was one of those games I played where I just got super attached. I didn't want him to die, so I did everything to protect him, everything in my power. That game was phenomenal, and I never even beat it. I always got to a certain part of the town and looted so much and everything. And that was the other thing. Every day, depending on how many people you had, they would eat. They would use so many tools and stuff, so you had to constantly replenish it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Until a certain point, until I think the end of the game, you were able to get them out through the military, but I never beat it. Someone who's going to watch it is going to tell me I'm wrong. But yeah. So-
I mean, that happens though.
Depending on how that is, I don't know. If it's multiplayer, oh my god.
Yeah, that's one where like I obviously never played it, but yeah, like when we lived in the apartment over in what's it called? Yeah, like that was you played that a shit ton and talked about how great it was. But
That game is so awesome.
so the next thing that was announced, Joseph.
I'm coming.
Okay. The next thing that was announced was Project Scorpio, which Project Scorpio is basically an Xbox One upgrade. So it's
Xbox One on steroids.
yeah, basically. It's going to be about the same size as the current Xbox One. It has 8 gigs.
So is this a response to
Project Neo.
yeah
Yeah. So
Scorpio Neo? Holy shit! What world do we live in?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do find it funny, like Sony's all over the Matrix references because VR was Morpheus. Now
Was
they're
it?
yeah,
I didn't know
and now
that.
the new console's Neo.
Japanese.
Anyway,
Japanese.
but no, it's set for holiday 2017 for release date. It's gonna be a true 4K console with capacity to deliver high fidelity VR. Not to mention, it's going to have.
I thought that's what the Slim is all promising.
Well, yes and no. The Slim isn't going to be a different processor or anything like that. It's going to be the same processor, the same graphics card.
So how
all
are
that
they
kind of stuff.
expecting to get 4K and VR out of this Slim?
Because basically, it's going to be. What's that word?
Optimized?
Thank you. The way that it's all being done is going to be optimized, but this one's going to be designed from the ground up specifically for 4K and VR.
I get that. I mean, that's kind of what the 1080, the GTX 1080 was focusing on. I just don't understand how you can take hardware and optimize it any different than how it's already been optimized.
I think it's more or less the software that's on it is going to be more optimized for it, and then like I said, it's a slimmer model. But it's going to be 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and it will have. You ready for this? 4.2 teraflop GPU.
Teraflop?
4.2 teraflop, which is 40% faster than the current graphics card in an Xbox One.
The
So,
current graphics card in an Xbox One is equal to like your graphics.
Oh, we're totally talking about Scorpio. 6 teraflops.
no, I
Tetraflops.
thought it was 4. This is 4.2.
No.
It is 6?
For the Scorpio?
6 teraflops, I
Yeah,
guess.
they
then.
said it's over 6 teraflops because we were all like, what the fuck is a teraflop?
But apparently that's what basically makes better quality
What are you talking
pictures.
teraflop? Or-
Well, it's the speed of the
So
GPU.
here's my question. This Project Scorpio, it is considered an Xbox One.
Yes. What they have said is all Xbox One controllers, accessories, games, everything works on this. It's essentially they're just
same
swapping out-
backwards compatible. So like all stuff that's coming out for quote unquote Project Scorpio will also work on Xbox
Yes.
One and all that
So
stuff.
I guess
it's all the same generation. It's just a beefier version.
So here's my question. Are we finally getting to the point where consoles are no longer buy a new console every 5 to 10
Yes.
years? We are now upgrading consoles.
Yes. That was the entire reason why, not reason, it wasn't the only reason, but when they switched to the x86 archetype, and they kept saying like, oh, well, like consoles are PCs now, that's what that switch did. The reason why original Xbox and original PlayStation were not compatible with, PS2 and Xbox 360 and all that, and then again moving on to the next generation, they keep changing the archetype because like the Xbox had its own archetype, and then the Xbox 360 had its own archetype. Everything is using a PC archetype now. Like everything's using the x86.
What, Maxwell?
I can't remember what it's actually called. I remember x86. But once everything switched to that,
It should all.
that's correct
And
because it's all the same 64-bit archetype.
I was also wrong with the RAM. It's not 8 gigs. It's 12 gigs, and it's DDR5 instead of
Is
DDR3.
DDR5 or DDR5X? Does it say?
GDDR5.
Okay, which is still insane. I
But
think the only thing using
but
X right now
it's
is the 1080.
um.
Probably.
The
Oh,
GDDR5
I
is
saw one of those
just
at Fry's yesterday.
slightly slower than the G5X, which is in the GTX 1080.
Yeah.
So
like I said, it's not that big of a
It's just
difference.
ever so slightly slower than a 1080.
Was that yesterday we went to Fresh?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yes.
We went to
God
Fresh.
damn, it's been a long, like, 24 hours. That was the one thing that I was told not to say on this podcast, and I've said it like 12 times tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this. Like
Wait, real quick, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why you were saying that.
yeah.
Gary.
Garrett.
When you said
It's 3:30 in the morning. What the fuck do you want? Gary. You weren't there for that
I
earlier.
have no idea what you're talking
So, you played Fallout 3.
about. Yeah?
You remember the vault with Gary?
No.
There's a vault where the entire population of the vault is Gary and the 1,000 clones that Vault-Tec made of Gary. All they can really say now is Gary. Like, they say, like, another... Like, what was that? But, like, pretty much all they really say is Gary. So, in this vault, you're walking around, and they're homicidal. So, like, you're walking around, and then this guy will just run behind you with a knife, and he's just like, ha, Gary! Stab you. Well, somebody did a prank call. Like, they've got a YouTube channel, and they literally just do prank calls using soundboards. So they called this, like, she sounds like a little old black lady. I mean, like, she's got to be, like, 80s. And she's like, hello? And they're just like, he's like, Gary? She's like, what? Gary? There's no one here named Gary. Who are you looking for? Gary. And finally, like, she goes through, she's like, it is 3:30 in the fucking morning. What do you want? And he's like, Gary. And, like, she gets so pissed. But, real quick, this is all really quick, but there's another one that was Metal Gear Solid, where he went through and he called a gun store. And he was like, and he's playing the thing, and he's like, I'm looking for ammo for a PSG-1 sniper rifle. The guy's like, yeah, we sell ammo for sniper rifle.
I've seen those,
Yeah. But he goes through and he's like, was that you just now? And, like, he keeps starting to, like, threaten them, and they're just, like, they're kind of getting freaked out, but they're like, you know, manly, like, you know, bring it on, motherfucker. And he's like, is that you that opened the door right now? And he's just like, yeah, sure, it was me. And then you just hear, so it wasn't you. It's just the funniest thing. I laughed so hard.
But I mean that's basically all the big announcements for Microsoft.
What all did I miss? Quick, just titles.
State of Decay 2.
State of Decay 2.
I knew about that.
And
it was
then you came in during Project Scorpio. So going over
to one platform, it only took 2 hours.
Going over to Sony.
Oh my
an hour and
God.
50 minutes. Going over to Sony.
Our scroll bar hasn't even hit halfway.
Oh my god.
Huh? No. We're done with that. This is a completely separate page of Sony.
Gotcha.
So we're starting at the top. Okay.
Scared I was.
This is gonna be an extended director's cut issue.
Sony, very, very first thing I gotta say, the way they have their conference set up is
really bad.
fucking stupid. So, here's how they set up their conference. I was wanting to watch, so I went to Sony's YouTube page, and then I saw Sony press conference, E3 2016, so I clicked on it, and I watched 3/4 of it. I hated it. It was stupid. Basically, it was a stationary camera set up on a second balcony, pointed at the stage. There you go. That's your press conference. Whatever goes on the stage, ta-da. Whereas usually there's like multiple cameras, multiple angles, and when they show like the gameplay footage, it takes up your whole screen, not the little screen I'm staring at. Then I realized that's the what's it called?
You said the audience experience.
Audience experience. I was like, really? So then I backed out of that and then switched over to a different video that just said E3 2016 press conference, Sony. Okay, fine, I'll turn that on. Fast forward to where I was at from the audience thing, and then I hit it. Como estás? What the fuck am I watching? Didn't realize it's all in Spanish, but they didn't say it was in Spanish. They just said E3 2016
So
Sony
far,
press
the only
conference.
problem I'm hearing is it's not so much the press conference, it's the people running the fucking website.
100%.
Not just the website, but like.
Are you sure it was that? Because you were in Puerto Rico.
No. It wasn't labeled Spanish. It wasn't labeled anything.
I know, but
right.
I'm talking regional.
Right. But then I found another one that wasn't labeled at any other language, and I eventually found it, and it started playing. So.
Totally off topic. Are the other balls in the fridge?
Yes.
Can I have the root beer one?
You may have one.
There's a root beer balls?
Yeah.
There's 2 root beer balls, and there's 2 orange.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna dip my balls in marinara so that he can have a little taste of home. What movie?
I don't know.
Sad.
I want to say that was Leonardo DiCaprio, though.
No,
No.
it's Joe Pesci.
Nope.
Or no.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, it's
Come on. You should
it's
know
either
this.
Casino or Goodfellas.
Nope.
It's a movie I have actually seen. I just can't think of it at the moment.
Who the fuck are
don't
you?
believe I've
They
seen
call me the funny man. Oh, the funny man. Tell me a joke.
Wait, my cousin Vinny?
No.
Oh.
I
That-
don't know.
Boondock Saints?
Yup.
David
David Del Rocco.
Yeah.
Got
I
him.
haven't seen any.
I love
any
Del
of
Rocco.
those, so.
What? Sorry. What I
Are
meant to
you-
say was what?
Are you actually surprised, though?
Nick, where do you
Not
keep
really.
your balls at?
I told you in the garage.
Yeah, you asked the wrong person. Hey,
That joke brought to you by Skylar.
closet. Just like the sexuality.
Two really good singers that probably didn't even get heard.
Anyway, so first game that's announced was God of War. Here's my other problem with the Sony press conference. All of the Microsoft stuff, like while I was taking notes for it, all of the stuff
I
throughout
don't know if I should really have another one.
the entire press conference,
don't.
or the entire
Just
E3
save
anything.
it.
They started out like, what are you doing? No, there you go. No,
I remember
No.
my first beer.
Joe,
No,
stop!
it's right there.
You were fine,
Oh.
right there.
Boom. Got it, guys. I was just testing you. I was trying to see if the bartender really knew what he was
By the way, I bought them, so I want first sip. I just want to see what it tastes like.
That's fine. I'm rich now. I'm gonna go buy me.
Hey.
You can't get anything with 5 bottle caps. One single bullet.
Actually, no.
Those are Nuka-Cola, so it doesn't matter. It's Jack Squad. It's fucking bottle caps.
I don't know. Technically, if you think about it, I'm pretty sure 22 caliber was like 2 or 3 bullets.
I mean, that's literally root beer. That is literally root beer.
It's not. It's balls.
And it's still 68 milligrams of caffeine.
It's root beer balls.
That's literally that literally tastes like
Root beer.
yeah.
like my balls.
like
I like. He just
IBC?
lays it down flat.
IBC.
Root beer. Say it out. Go on.
Anyway, no, so during all the other press conferences when they were showing off games, it was like, oh, we're starting this trailer and you're gonna know exactly what this is, which is awesome because I'm taking notes on the stuff and I'm like, oh, typed in the name of the game down and then formatted it to where I was like, okay, this is all the information about this game, next game, title of the game, so on and so forth. Sony, every single trailer for everything did not show the name of what the fuck the game is. Why is that entertaining you right
I
now?
don't know because you started doing this and then for stuff you started thinking like scissor.
I don't know what they do unless they like feather or something. But no, so like I had to watch like a 20-minute God of War trailer and not realize it was God of War because they showed Kratos, but in the front he looks like the cover of the Lords of the Fallen.
I will actually give you that. I hadn't thought of that, but yeah.
I mean, I saw the trailer, but instantly I knew it was Kratos.
I
The
didn't.
red.
I didn't
Well, see,
I've
that's
never-
the thing,
I've
from the
never played
back.
The game.
From the back, like you could see the red tattoo. It was like, oh, okay, like it
You're
looks like
also
Kratos.
used to seeing him covered
But-
in white paint.
Just to throw this out there, and I'm sorry, I'm thinking of it because of the Vikings, but for honor.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, continue. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get to Ubisoft on the second podcast of this.
Wait,
We're
fractured
working on it.
butthole what?
No.
We'll get there.
Not yet.
Anyway, no, but
I get
So
to
anyway.
talk about that one. I call that ahead of time.
my first thing is, wow, this game looks pretty cool. I think it's like Gods of War or Lords of the Fallen 2 or something. His face doesn't look like Kratos, but from the back it does. Anyway,
shotgun we had.
badass weapon system. Because like he like picks up this axe and he just shing, now it does cold damage. Wah! He just starts attacking shit because his axe turned blue and it does cold damage now.
He's wise.
Like it was fucking insane.
Good Ruby reference.
Huh?
Good Ruby reference.
Yeah. He's also a badass dad. 'Cause did you see the trailer?
Badass dad. This guy's a horrible dad, from what I was told.
Well,
Almost as bad as the dad from Taken.
well, I mean, it's like, oh, well, your mom taught you how to hunt, right? Well, she taught me how to track, but she didn't really teach me how to hunt. Kill this fucking deer! Like, I mean, like it
That's Kratos. That's
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, he fucks bitches and gets Gorgon heads.
Yeah. Sticking with typical God of War stuff, fun looking quick time events. They didn't show off any of the sex quick time events, but they showed off the combat quick time events.
Hot coffee.
It just looks amazing, and it is also titled God of War. It doesn't have any like numbers. It doesn't have any.
Which they are.
Don't you like how we've
gotten
gotten so many times? We've made this game so many times. We're just like, doesn't sound good with number 8 or 9. We're just gonna go ahead and call it God of War.
Well, I mean, it seems like
It's also a very quick temporary solution because what the fuck are you gonna do next time now?
Well, no,
because you can't call it
here's the
God of
other
War
thing.
2.
Though. Here's the other thing, though.
God of
God
War.
of War
Again.
2.2.
But like,
Then it would come before 3. So it's a prequel.
here's my whole thing. They're also completely jumping timeline, so it's not the Greek pantheon. He's going against the Norse gods now.
I want to try it.
It's actually all set in.
Why
Norway.
does he hate God so much?
I don't know. Because he's the god of war.
Wasn't it in
but
the
he's
original
not.
game though? Wasn't he like thrown out of? He was thrown out of.
No, I think in the original game, like Zeus killed his wife or something.
Yeah.
But like
Still
that
doesn't explain why. Like, wait, every god got together
Yeah.
and killed his wife.
Dude, it's like Batman. He's still just trying to track down the people that killed his
Oh,
parents.
wait. So hold on. What is this again? Norse mythology for this one?
Yeah.
Dude, I got it.
Joker did it.
No. I was gonna say
Loki.
God of War, the
Odin-
Punisher, the Punisher version.
Odin incited
That's what it is.
Prima Nocta and went through and
Literally.
fucked her before Zeus killed her. So
But no.
Kratos is like, hold on.
But no, so they're saying because it's a new timeline, it's not numbered, there's no subtext, everybody's thinking it's going to be a reboot.
Which they said it's not.
Okay.
So,
I didn't. hear
yeah,
that part.
Sony came out and said this is a continuation. This comes after.
Like I feel like a lot of games are doing this renaming of the like Hitman.
Yeah.
But at
It's
least
Hitman.
like Prey is another one. But at least Prey is coming out
Well,
and saying
Prey,
like,
they
hey.
said, hey, we're doing a reboot.
Yeah, but my point is at least they came out and were like, hey.
Hey. The last game that came out 15 years ago, people probably don't remember it, so this is a reboot.
Hey guys, remember that game we just made? We're gonna reboot it.
Remember that launching title that we did for Xbox 360? Yeah, we're going to reboot it.
Remember Jet Force Gemini?
Guess what?
I do remember that game. I missed that game.
What?
Crash Bandicoot.
I am excited.
We're
for that.
getting to that.
I know, but I had to mention.
Next
it
game
because
after
we're
that
talking
was
about
Days
reboots.
Gone, which you just watched, the mercenary biker thing where he uses the oil filter as a silencer.
Yep.
I will say when he gets attacked by that first zombie, it looks like Gollum
It does.
so much.
So were you just sitting there thinking, Gollum?
Yeah. And then there was lots of Golems. I was like, that's not right.
And they were all getting in the trailer at one point, he shot one of them in like the leg, and they were just like, dead. And it was just like, Gollum bit off Frodo's finger. He's not a bitch.
Yeah.
Remember when Roger does that in American Dad? Bites off Stan's finger and he's like, why did you do that? And he's like, well, I figured if we were going for the whole Lord of the Rings reference, we might as well have gone all out. Sorry.
But no. Anything else you
I
want
love
to say
how you're
about Days
taking
Gone?
notes on Nick's notes.
Well, things I need to go back and
Oh, I
look
agree.
at.
I'm going to just copy your notes and be like,
No,
hey,
I-
that's
So
the
did you
fuck
look at Sea of Thieves?
I had not
Oh,
seen
it
it
looks
actually.
great.
Oh, why didn't you go? Never mind. Just moving on.
Anything else you want to talk about with Days Gone? I think it looks really good. Like I said, it looks like
Did you write that
Sony's
one down?
serious take on
write
Dead
it?
Rising.
Yeah.
Days Gone down.
Or who's making it, by the way?
I don't remember the developer.
From Software.
When is Naughty Dog gonna? I thought for sure they were gonna do their Last of Us 2 or.
I
whatever
thought they were going to talk about
No-
The Last of Us 2, but
Naughty Dog, all they
Guys,
announced
they
was
they
the Crash
released a game,
Bandicoot,
like,
which
5
we'll get
minutes
to
ago,
that.
So
Huh?
I said they just released a new game like 5 minutes ago, guys.
Well, yeah.
Uncharted 4.
It's been out for like
Nobody
all
cares
month.
about Uncharted anymore. It's all about Last of Us.
It's over. Get over it.
Just punch me in the face. Speaking of
Here,
Speaking of Last of
Beautiful
Us,
game.
in the eye.
I believe it. I wanted to play it. Speaking of Last of Us, I just got the disc plate, random shout out, of it's Ellie and Joel. Joel has his revolver and Ellie has a rifle, and it says, day and night, all we do is survive.
Drake doesn't give a shit.
I want to
It's
see
awesome.
That face was just
Hey,
beautiful.
I got you.
it. Oh, I want to see it.
Bitch, I gosh.
The cool thing about this plate, just random note, it's on metal. So it comes with its own like magnet with its own sticky surface, so you can put it anywhere on the wall without nails.
That's cool.
That's
And you
awesome.
plant trees.
Oh,
Yay, environment.
yay! But I want to see this.
Anything anybody else wants to talk about with Days Gone?
I'm good.
Lots of zombies.
Lots of zombies.
For the love of God, I hope it doesn't turn
Why-
into every zombie game.
So Corey and I talked about this before we actually started recording. Why can't the zombies like bust through these wooden slats?
Because Zombies are like vampires and wooden stakes are their weakness.
They're not vampires, they're goth kids.
But just,
No, I honestly have no
one
idea.
thing. And also,
they could bust through steel doors, but they can't bust through wooden planks. I don't know. It's video game physics.
I know it runs, but I had to ask.
These are some of them.
Zelda.
They do have Geralt.
You completely skipped over the one of Link to go to Geralt.
Well, yeah, I saw.
Yeah, but Geralt's badass.
But
I know,
Geralt,
but
the
you
little
of all
Geralt,
people,
like in his
like...
fire and everything.
But
I'm not saying it's not cool, but Drake of all
But-
people I figured would have been like
I've been
Zelda.
playing Witcher though recently, so it's like this is like
I know we're getting off topic temporarily. This will all be cut out.
I love. Yes.
I don't know if I can tap it again.
We need to all
Yeah, I
get like
want
cameras
that.
that we attach right here.
Either
Eventually,
one.
I'm wanting to get to that
Yeah, no, all
point,
we
but
do is-
we'll see. We'll see.
That
how
one
that
or
We
works.
I
need to
want
get
Geralt.
we need to get a viewer
Because I do
first.
have an
I thought about
alien.
Geralt.
If anyone is still watching,
Thing.
we love you.
The next game announced after that was Last Guardian.
I've seen
Or
that.
well, not announced.
Oh, that's the game that was
La-
announced in 2009.
It was announced forever ago, but
It was announced
What is it?
10 years ago.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Last
Was it?
Guardian.
It has not been 10
It's
years.
been 10 years. It was
No.
Holy
2006.
fuck, there's no way.
There's no way. I just
No, sorry, it went into production 10 years ago.
I believe
Because
that.
they went into
I
production
was saying
as
they
soon as
showed
they
it off in,
finished
like,
Shadow of the
2009,
Colossus.
2010.
Shadow of the Colossus came out in 2005. This went into production in 2006. So they've been working on it for 10 years. I'm still not sure how I feel about the game, though.
I just don't know what to feel about it because the fact that we still don't even know what the fuck it is. They were like, look at this new game we have coming out in 12 years.
Yeah, and
like, what?
it finally
There's
has
still
an
a
official
release
release date.
Oh, is there?
October 25th, 2016. What?
Hold on. How many years did you say?
I said it's been 10 years.
It has not
In
been 10 years. You were pretty damn close, though.
9?
9 and...
7. It was
7?
announced in 2009.
Yeah, but
Oh.
again, he's saying when was it
Well,
production
because
started?
I thought they said they started production on it as soon as Shadow of the Colossus came out, which was
Which means they
2005.
probably
The
would have been
trailer
3 years.
came out 2009 and E3.
So he's saying it was probably in production for 3 years before that.
Fell in love with Ico in 2001.
Yeah, because it's Team Ico. They did Ico, they did Shadow of the Colossus, and then this is their third game. That's bad when their first game came out in 2001 and they're releasing their third. But,
It's Valve. Promise, it's coming.
No,
no, because if it was Valve, there wouldn't be a third game.
exactly.
Or wait, no, it's all 3 different series, so it's fine.
Oh, wait. At some point, you're going to get to Fallen Horizon.
Oh, absolutely. Is that what you're talking about?
Is it Horizon Zero Dawn? Yeah. Fallen
Um,
Horizon, that's something else.
anyway, yeah, so Last Guardian finally has an official release date, October 25th. Anybody else want to talk anything about it?
It's going to get pushed back. Want to make the bets
I'm
now?
sorry, say that one more.
Duke Nukem 2!
It's the Last Guardian, the one where it's,
Dude,
it's like the little kid with the giant dog thing.
Yeah. I
Everybody's been so ecstatic over it. I'm just like,
I don't really
I'm over
understand
it now.
why everyone's so excited. I wasn't even excited about it to begin with. But simply put, I am guessing it will be pushed back in 2017. We should take votes. We should
Probably.
take bets,
I'm
rather.
guessing. I'm
I-
guessing
I-
it'd be
I-
in 2017.
I could see it pushed
Yeah.
back to 2017, honestly.
The only reason
interested
why
in
I'm
it,
saying that
but-
I don't necessarily see it getting pushed back,
Because you just want to be different.
no.
Sweetie
It's
swoot.
I'm it probably will be pushed back. But what's unusual is
This
normally
is the
what
first time
they'll
we
say,
actually have a date.
yeah, like a specific date.
Yeah.
Most games that get pushed back, it's like, oh, come in October 2016,
Yeah.
and then it's now it's January 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've ever said the 25th, like it will be out. Granted, with that said, they did do that with Uncharted 4, where they kept
Sure.
giving an
Multiple
actual
times.
date. It wasn't
I
like
just gave you that one.
I know.
Yeah,
I can
multiple times.
I'm at the side of him, and I still saw that look where it was
Yeah.
just like,
I waited forever and a half for that game, but it's so great.
We need to talk
Did you
about
know-
another game that wasn't even
We
shown
need
at
to talk
E3
about-
because they don't do they're too cool for E3.
We need to talk
Portal
about
3?
Uncharted 4 at
Oh,
some
I'm
point,
sorry,
though.
Val.
We do.
I
anyway,
wanna talk about this more, but you
Horizon
guys
Zero
haven't played
Dawn,
it before I can.
which
I was gonna say Legion.
Horizon Zero
but
Dawn is one of the
nobody wants
games
to talk about
that-
Legion.
that's with all the mechanical animals.
Yes.
It looks super cool.
Yes.
And it looks like that gameplay story trailer they had of it looked.
I just think it's
I
cool
cannot wait
that
for
when
this game.
Egret died. Yeah, we're all past that. When Egret died, she goes through and is resurrected in this world.
I like how you had to think for a second. Wait a minute. Have they watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's the fact that I said that and was like,
well, because
Whoops.
she's still alive where I'm at.
Spoilers.
She's still alive where I'm at.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe's not past that point yet.
Tywin Lannister's still alive where I'm at.
Yeah, if that shows you anything.
I mean, Egret died before him, so.
That's true. Anyway, Horizon Zero Dawn looks great. The game's gorgeous. Combat seems very fluid. It's got a great crafting system. It look. I didn't. What?
I know, that's fine. You'll hear it on post.
Anyway.
I can't wait to hear what
the crafting system basically looks really good. Looks a lot like. I would say a lot like the Far Cry crafting system, but a little more.
Advanced, maybe.
It looks a little more simplified.
Okay,
but,
so you just reminded me, and unfortunately, just to jump back to Zombie
State of Decay.
No. On the PS4, the
Days Gone?
Yes. At one point in the trailer, he gets down, he starts crying. It looked exactly like Last of Us. He puts his backpack down and he starts constructing a Molotov with a beer bottle and X amount that he grabbed, and then he goes and throws it. That, for some reason, when you say crafting, that just came to mind because it looked very reminiscent of Last of Us. That's why I was wondering if maybe it was made by
Naughty Dog. I don't believe
not a Naughty
so.
Dog game.
No.
I know for a fact it's not. I will also say Horizon Zero Dawn conversation style is very reminiscent of BioWare. Where it's basically like they ask a question, then it looks at your character, and then it's like, do you want to say this? Do you want to say this? Do you want to say this? This is a very positive. This is a very negative. This is a neutral comment. Come over here if you want to open up other conversation stuff.
Okay with that. I like those kind of.
Which, yeah, that's BioWare makes great games. Why not take stuff that's great from their games and incorporate it into yours as long as it works?
And you don't get sued.
It's also got really cool traps, where basically like she set up a trap that actually like basically like it reminded me of Hawkeye in Civil War. Like she basically went tank, and then this thing came and then got zapped with electricity between the two and held in place.
Oh, with vision.
Yeah.
I was like, when the fuck did
Oh,
that
same-
happen?
same-
I was
same
like,
thing.
yeah.
I would not have actually gotten it until you said vision.
Yeah. Well, then when it traps
She
her
throws
in
it through
place,
the building.
or when it gets trapped in place, she actually walks up to the head and hacks the brain module, and boom! Now it's her mount. She rides it and she can control it and call it and force it to attack other.
Does she have
so-
a license?
I don't know.
Has she paid the gold?
I
Does she
don't-
have
I don't know.
Journey
She
to-
probably doesn't. She probably doesn't have a cold weather flying mount, so any of Wrath's areas, like she can't use it. But as long as you stay in like the vanilla Burning
Hold on,
Crusade.
this shows you how far behind I am in that game. You have to have a specific mount just to fly in that fucking area?
No, you have to have a specific license to fly in.
That's why I
areas.
said.
Oh, I
that's
knew
why the
that.
license
I knew
shows.
that specifically, but I thought you were saying I had to have a specific mount.
No, you have to. You have to
Okay,
have.
yeah, I knew
you have to
that,
have a
yeah.
cold weather license.
Yeah, I knew that.
So that way, in Wrath, now you can officially be in Wrath of the Lich King area.
Yes.
And
Fly.
Northrend and fly.
And again, I knew all that.
And then same with every expansion. You have to get a specific license for
Again,
that.
we got
So
talk about
this
Legion.
is
We'll get
a
It's not even
video
an
game reference, not in E3. Have you guys seen anything on Riders of Icarus?
No, is everything to do with
No.
Is that Kid Icarus?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Riders. It's an MMO.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Guns of Icarus?
It looks like almost either a Japanese or a Korean MMO. That's why I'm kind of confused.
Steampunky.
No,
NC Soft.
yeah, kinda. It looks like an NC Soft game. I keep seeing advertisements for it on Facebook. It's bugging the shit out of me. But it's all based around you taming monsters and then riding them, and a vast majority of them fly, and they have flying combat.
Huh.
Figured
Say
you'd
it one
jump
more
on it. Riders of Icarus.
I don't know.
As soon as he, it looks like an NC Soft game. But continue.
Oh, that's one thing I do want to say. I'm sorry, we completely I'm going way
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say
fuck
we
back.
keep derailing to the point where we're 2 hours in and we're.
Bro, I mean-
Good news is, Nintendo only showed 2 games.
That's true.
Did they really?
Yeah, Nintendo's
It was
entire press
literally
conference was.
it was Zelda,
We're gonna
Zelda,
do Zelda for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna do Pokemon for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna go back and do Zelda for another hour and 40 minutes. That's literally it.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, I'm not
I
either.
love both games.
My thing was though, I do want to go back and say with Scalebound.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing is that I do hope that when you go through, because the entire game is supposed to be about you and you're training your dragon, and it's you fighting with your dragon. I hope it's not going to end up being like Crimson Dragon, where you're changing your dragon out every 20, 30 minutes,
No,
and
no,
it's
no,
like
no,
I
no,
want
no,
it to
no.
be the same dragon that I
Next
follow through all the way.
Nexon. So yeah, so it's the same people that do
Ion.
Yeah.
Is it the same people?
Yeah.
I believe so.
That explains why
I
they
thought
look
you said
fucking
Ion was
identical.
NCSoft.
No, NCSoft is.
Ion, I think, used to be NCSoft.
I believe it was. I don't know if it
Because
is.
my account through the original Ion, it does not exist anymore.
I don't know. Anyway, also, cool thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. When you open up your weapon wheel, it actually slows down time, so that way it kind
A lot
of...
of the games do that.
Yeah, but... Well, some do, some don't. But, I mean,
By the way, can I borrow Quantum Break when you're done with it?
I
Hey,
still,
Nick,
I
when
still
you
haven't even
open it,
opened it, honestly.
I said when you're done with it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I want to
Yeah,
borrow it
Ion
right
is
now.
Nexus now, I believe. I thought it was still NCSoft, but yeah, I forgot they changed. Yeah.
Anyway.
Continue.
But yeah, no, so the fact that the weapon wheel actually slows down combat's kind of a nice touch, because then it's not like you're in a mad rush to find... It actually gives you a chance to look at yourself and it's like, oh yeah, I need... Because it's like, I want this weapon, and then you pick this specific kind of ammo and blah, 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 blah. So,
Like Grand Theft Auto.
kind
I was
of,
trying
yeah.
to think of a
Yes,
fucking
like
game.
Grand Theft Auto. Because you scroll to it, it's like, I want pistol. Well, but I want this pistol, or this pistol, or this pistol. I want that pistol. Now I can pull it out and then attack and then everything like that. But it's
That was
great.
my Grand Theft Auto in the game changing weapons.
Yeah, that's Horizon Zero Dawn is actually the game where Adrian saw a trailer for it, was like, okay, I'll let you get a PlayStation 4 now. Like that even Adrian is like, oh my god, I can't wait for this game.
Everyone keeps talking about this, specifically him.
I cannot fucking wait.
I haven't even seen a trailer on it.
Detroit Become Human.
Oh, I cannot fucking wait.
Yes.
It's the next game from Quantum Break.
Quantum Break. Or Quantum Dream.
Quantum Dream,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just said that.
Quantum
That's
Dream.
why I'm chuckling.
Quantum Dream,
Um,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
loved
it's-
every one of their games.
Yeah, they actually have it set up literally.
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Gotcha.
Every
did,
single choice you make
was
makes
Indigo
a
Prophecy then?
Indigo Prophecy was
Which
the first
that's
game.
being remastered for PS4.
Yes, it is.
Oh
I
my
have a feeling we'll
god,
get-
Dragon Ball Z!
What?
The ending.
Huh?
Did you play the ending of Indigo Prophecy?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Everyone told me
There's
stop.
a reason for
Everyone
that.
said they said as soon as you find out what the Indigo Prophecy is, just stop.
Yep.
Basically.
End of game, it was beautiful.
No,
It was
the
the
thing with
story.
Detroit though, they actually showed in the gameplay trailer that they showed off during E3, they showed 30 different outcomes for one scene. Based on a couple choices you
The
found.
game, though, my only thing that I saw today while we were at PopCon that has me a little worried about the game. Heavy Rain.
Okay.
20-something hour game.
Yes.
Easily. Beyond Two Souls. Easily a 20-something hour game. They said that Detroit... I thought you said it was...
No, I'd say 15 to 20.
Okay. Well,
I'd
this one's
say
supposed to be 8 hours. They said 7 to 8.
Right, but again, this one is actually
Replay value.
supposedly every
So the
single
same thing
choice you
about Heavy
make
Rain
makes a
now, too.
completely separate game. So if you play 8 hours,
Wait, so it's David Cage back to his whole endless, infinite possibilities.
yeah.
Yes.
That guy loves that phrase. I think he gets money every time he says it. If you watch him talk here in a thing, every time he's describing his game, he's like, there's infinite possibilities. So we go through and you play in the game, and like with the endings, there's infinite possibilities in these endings, and like he says that like 15 times
I do just have to say I'm really excited to see this game, though.
ever since Car.
Actually, yeah, ever since I saw Kara, I was like, this needs to be a game.
Which
You know,
we need to post.
Kara's the girl that's from the
Not Legend of Korra.
no. Kara's the girl that is from the TV show with Joe Carroll, The Following. Right?
So it's about a robot.
This was no.
She's
this
being
was-
built and she gets
I don't know who
sentience.
that
And
was.
yeah, the
I don't know
actress
who
that
that
plays
was,
Kara. The actress that plays Kara is in The Following.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Amazing
yeah, I saw The
TV
Following.
show on Fox. She's incredible. She's a villain, but she's one of those villains that you love to hate. Like she's really fucked up, but you see where she's coming from. And
Is she one of the villains you love to
Walter
hate,
White?
or is she like one of the villains that you hate to hate, which is like the
I don't
Mist?
see Walter as a villain though.
Frank Underwood?
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about now, but
Yeah,
like,
I'm lost.
are we talking about the bitch from the Mist?
Yeah.
No,
Is she like that?
no. She's
You
no.
hate to hate her.
No. She's like, she's a villain. Okay, like she does horrible things. Like she mutilates.
She's Khan.
She literally no. I'm talking like kills people and then has sex with people on these people's dead mutilated corpses. But like it's because she's raised
that hard of a time.
But I mean, like it's because she was basically raised by this homicidal maniac, and like she sees his ways, and she realizes that like she's killing for his approval, and she's really just a hurt little girl, and all. Yeah, 100%. But like you really feel for her, and you're like, oh well, I guess she's really not that bad. But then you look back at the shit she's done, and you're like, holy shit, she's a horrible person.
Fuck this bitch.
Basically.
Jane Cobb. That is the greatest fucking thing. I will never. I have to say this real quick just because it made me laugh when they're sitting there and they first meet him, and they're like, "How much they paying you?" I get 2% straight off the bottom. 2%. Seems kind of low. Does that seem low to you? 2%. It's the standard rate. I'm just saying. My people make 15 to 20. Wait, what? Yeah, you come to our side, get 15 to 20% and a bunk. Jane, stop listening to them. Now hold the fuck on for a second. He shoots the guy in the leg.
No,
that's Jane Cobb. That's the basis of Jane Cobb.
I love that show.
The next trailer, playtest. I mean, sorry, PT. I mean, Resident Evil 7. Jesus.
In Allison Road?
Jesus fucking Christ.
What is? But it just announced that he's making another game with.
That's on the list.
We'll get to Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus here in a second.
That was actually what fucking Kojima actually came out and said he wants to change the name to.
We'll get to that. Anyway, Resident Evil 7 looks fucking amazing. First of all, Resident Evil 7 is going to be first-person shooter.
Is it going to be a shooter? Because the footage I saw, you don't even have a gun.
Well, it's
Resident Evil. You'd have to.
It's a first-person game. It's a horror survival horror. Typical Resident Evil, but it looks like a first-person Silent Hill game.
Yes.
To me, because
they came out and said that today. They said this is the closest thing to PT you'll ever get.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will say it made me actually go $3.99 for a PlayStation VR is not too bad. Because like that game with a PlayStation VR.
It's not $3.99 though. Oh,
it is $3.99.
For you, it is.
Get wrecked.
Oh well, no. Because I already have the PlayStation camera, I don't have to buy the PlayStation camera. PlayStation VR is $3.99, and then you have to buy the PlayStation camera on top of it, which is like another.
Or you can just pay the $4.99 and you get 2 motion controllers with a camera and a game.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. It comes out January 24th. The demo is currently out now, though.
Yes.
Which you can't play with PlayStation VR because the PlayStation VR doesn't come out until October 13th.
However, Best Buy has it next week.
Yes, by the way. Yeah, so next weekend, you're not back in town yet, are you?
Sucks to suck,
So
bitch.
next weekend, us three are going to go over to Best Buy and check out the PlayStation VR. And we will be back with reviews. We did the Oculus.
I was so pissed off.
We did the
I
Oculus
got
today.
fucked on the demo. Everybody else was...
Wear contacts tomorrow.
No. Yeah, that's right. We're going back.
Yeah.
I don't have contacts.
Yeah, there's still 2 more days.
We'll just...
But no, so
go
the
and
Oculus is a brilliant design, and I'm sure you've seen it, but the strap goes around, so it's all hard plastic, all the way around the back. And then there's a little stretchy thing right here. So they were like, well, the guy was like, stretch it over your glasses. So I was like, well, like, how the fuck are you supposed to do that? So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get it on, like, I'm trying not to break it, because I'm like, he's going to be pissed off if I break it. Yeah. So I'm sitting here, like, trying to get it, and I'm like, fuck it. So I took my glasses off. I couldn't see a thing. I didn't get motion sick. I just couldn't see. Everything was blurry. So I was like, it didn't work. So I took it off after bumping my head into the table because he was like, lean in closer.
Yeah.
Like, you can lean in closer. So
Yeah.
I kept getting closer and closer, and I just blammed right into the table. I was like, fuck.
No, it wasn't that. You were like leaned all the way, and you were like, "This is awesome, this is awesome." And he goes to stand up and right onto the
Was that
fucking
what it
table.
was?
Yeah.
I just know I bumped the table.
Oh my God,
I don't
so
know
funny.
where I was physically standing. I was just in a whole different world. But
It's pretty fucking awesome.
But
It's
The
really
Oculus
neat.
is cool.
what no one told me, the all plastic around here has a little break in the side with little elastic in the side, so you pull it apart. And I was like, motherfucker. So Nick goes and he puts it on. He's like, oh, stretches it out. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the
Everyone else
Oculus.
got 2 demos. I only did the one, and then I took it off because I was like, I can't fucking see anything.
I will say it's one of those again price points. Personally, I love the HTC Vive.
I am so torn right here.
HTC Vive is better for people with glasses. You also have the thing of the HTC Vive. Well, we'll get to that with the Bethesda press conference.
Yeah, but I want to talk about that now real quick. Because this is my thing.
Okay. Well, okay. So the HTC Vive, you're gonna have
buying one or the other.
the new Doom. is HTC Vive. Fallout 4 is now VR with HTC Vive. Exclusive. Yeah, it's not going to be available on Oculus.
So games that like Elite Dangerous that are VR, you can use any sort of VR headset?
Correct. So I mean, even with Elite Dangerous though, I think you can even stream to your Samsung and use Samsung VR for Elite Dangerous. So like stuff like Elite Dangerous is for every system available. My normal tried and true method is I'm gonna figure out which console that the porn industry goes with, and that's usually the one that turns out doing the best.
That's how we got Blu-ray. That's how we got DVD.
100%. Because
VHS before that.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the porn industry is literally all platforms. Like most online VR websites for porn, it literally works on the Vive. It works on the Oculus. It works on. Yeah, but no, it's just a situation of like, well, I was like, I'll just sit back, watch where that goes, and then that'll dictate which one's gonna win the whole war. But honestly, they're all going with everything, so that way they get a wider audience. It's like, you guys aren't helping my decision.
This is what's pissing me off. This is my thing. HTC Vive has better AAA titles as far as, again, Fallout 4, Doom. To me, I'm like, knowing how I play games, that's normally what I go for, is, again, a Fallout or a Doom or something like that. Oculus has more, I guess you could say casual games.
Indie, maybe?
Well, like indie like something that I just want to like sit around and play for a few hours.
Stuff like the augmented reality game that's on the 3DS where like you got the little things flying towards you and pop,
but
pow,
the
pow,
biggest
pow, stuff
thing
like
that they have, and it comes with every Oculus, is a game called Lucky's Tale, and it is described as Mario 64 with a fox. I fucking loved Mario 64, so I'm like, I want to play this game, but it's exclusive to the Oculus. So if I ever want to play it, I have to buy an Oculus. So either I buy an Oculus and I miss out on playing Doom and Fallout 4.
How would you play a game like that?
Or, do what?
How would you play a game like that?
What do you mean?
If you're like Mario 64, does that mean you're viewing it from Mario's angle?
No, so it's actually like what it does is it puts you into the world, and then you follow Lucky around, the camera follows him around, and then you can also go through and move, and it changes the camera angle. So it looks essentially... Imagine it as it looks like he's on the table running around, but instead of you seeing a table, you're seeing the platforms and everything that he's jumping to, and so it looks like you're literally looking. It truly is God mode. Like you look like you're looking down into this world.
See, that's what. And I know we're kind of getting on a tangent here, but there was a game that was being kickstarted a while back, where it was an RTS, and this is the crazy part to me. It was an RTS, but instead of looking down. Like on your units and everything, and you would highlight. Instead, you were on a bridge of a ship, and it was a space RTS. And you literally, like, you would move your character, and you would be on the bridge of a ship, and you'd be looking out the window, and you'd see all the fights and everything, and you'd go, and there'd be a holodeck showing where all the units were, and you could command and literally turn. I just thought for like virtual reality, imagine literally like if your character was sitting at the thing and you're controlling where they go and you just turn and watch as all the ships fly by your ship and like you're essentially literally the commander.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I don't know how that game's doing. It's on my wish list.
Real quick, one other game. And take away the ladders from the pool.
Yep. Literally, you have a little thing, you just grab it, you're dead.
No, the other thing though that they did announce exclusive for Oculus, and I don't remember the name of it, but it literally is Hearthstone. Only instead of it being cards, you play a card, and then, like, it pulls out, like, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Shit where you lay the card down.
Yeah,
and then,
it's got like a hologram that shows up.
That would be cool, not gonna lie. I fucking love the idea of that.
It literally is like a full-on battlefield, so, like, you lay a card down, and a knight pops out, and then he goes to fight for it.
So
like,
that'd be sweet.
But
you use the, like, you could be like...
Yeah.
They did that for PS3.
Yeah.
And it failed.
So cool.
Like, it tanked.
For what?
They did that exact same concept for a game on PlayStation 3.
But that was
that game fucking tanked. No, it used the camera, and you would lay the card down, and it was an augmented reality game
understand something
that would
right
read the QR code.
The PlayStation Wii sucked.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, continue though. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, I just
used the QR code.
You put it down, it reads the QR code, and then like when you look at the screen, it would show the card, and then like the holographic animal on top of the card, and then it would actually like run over in battle and stuff like that.
See, that sounds kind of cool to me there.
But like that game fucking tanked because they.
But why did it tank? Was it because
nobody bought it?
Can't. But my point.
No.
Oh,
like even G4 when they did the review on it was like this was actually a really good game.
Where the fuck did that channel go? Why is that fucking channel?
Esquire?
Like,
that's where that
I know,
channel
and
went.
it fucking sucks. Why did we get rid of that?
I don't know. Because apparently guys need more channels for guy stuff because video games aren't guy stuff. Anyway.
They're not. I don't know what you're talking about.
So
I would gladly treat
here's my thing. Oculus is what, $8.99?
Where the fuck are you getting these pricing at? $5.99 for an Oculus,
Okay.
$7.99 for a Vive.
Oh, okay.
Difference
okay.
being,
I knew one of them was like $800.
well, the difference being,
But you get
Oculus, you get the headset, you get Lucky's tail, and you get a head tracker. That is it.
with
With the HTC Vive, you get the headset.
2 lighthouses. What?
I kept talking, you kept going in front of me, so I'm just stopping to let you say it.
Well, I was just
You clearly
you
wanted to say it.
get the 2 lighthouses. You get a what game is it that comes with it?
No games.
Oh, and then just the motion controllers.
Correct. Which the motion controls are going to be sold separately by Oculus and aren't even out yet, and Oculus has been out for a few months now. They said sometime in 2016.
But both of them are so far behind on pre-orders anyway right now. Anyway.
Not the Vive. Vive is down to a 3-day shipping.
Oh, that's not bad. But the PlayStation VR, again, $399. Comes out October 13th. And then between the time that it launches until 2017, so between October 13th and December 31st, 2016, they will have 50 games released for it.
Yeah.
Now, they say 50 games released,
Out of those 54,
but
are going to be good.
that includes 1 space battle for Battlefront, Batman Arkham VR, which comes out October 2016. Final Fantasy will have first person as Prompto in VR. So like it's like, oh well, this will have 1 game type that you can play as this, or Battlefront will have 1 map that you can play in first person as a space battle. But those are the only things that are going to be exclusive to the PlayStation VR. But with that being said, Resident Evil 7, PlayStation VR, I mean... I can't wait.
The other thing I want to say just about VR in general, I know that we're getting a little off of Sony, but the one thing that I do find cool is what Microsoft has done is, at least from what they're saying, they haven't completely come out and said this in words, but they've hinted, is Sony came through and was like, we're going to do a VR, so we're going to create our own VR, and it's our thing, and then you need to buy our hardware to go through and get it to work. Microsoft has pretty much come through and said, look, this is the deal, we're not going to try that because we know that there's too much competition out there and we're not going to fuck with any of that right now. So what we're going to do is we're making the Xbox work with Oculus and HTC Vive. So you buy an HTC Vive and okay, I can use it on my PC, but I just clicked it into my Xbox and now I have VR on my Xbox. So for PC gamers, that's a great concept. For anyone that's not a PC gamer, I don't see someone going out and spending $799 to be able to get a VR headset. But for PC gamers, I could see me spending $800 on a
I mean, especially with
device I can use on both.
Especially with the new AMD card that's coming out, where it's $199 to get you a VR ready graphics card.
I can't wait for that card.
Which one?
It's the RX 480.
480. But anyway, we got way off topic.
I need to talk to you about that later. My computer.
A couple new games. Farpoint. All I have written on here note-wise is PlayStation VR. It's a PlayStation exclusive. It's I know it's a space game. I want to say it kind of reminded me of Mass Effect, if I remember right.
I know what game that is, and I'm trying to remember.
But anyway, this is a PlayStation VR game. It was announced during their press conference, so it wasn't something that's like been out for a while and they showed more info on.
I remember I watched a video on it.
Battlefront, like I said, they're adding in a special map. They're going to have space battles added in as DLC for Battlefront, specifically for the PlayStation VR. You got Batman Arkham VR, which I'm assuming that's a separate game, not like...
It says it is.
Yeah. And then, just that one mission that you can play in first person as Prompto in VR from Final Fantasy 15.
That was one thing I was just disappointed with Arkham VR. And disappointed because I don't think I'm going to end up buying it. Mark Hamill's back.
Yeah. But it could be
really?
a prequel. Yeah.
I thought he promised he was never going to do it again.
He did, and then they went through and paid him they didn't pay him. They were like, hey, we're making a Killing Joke movie, and he was like, if you make a Killing Joke movie and I'm not in it, I'm going to be pissed. And then he came back and was like, okay, and then ever since then, he's been doing it again. Like, it was like he was like, oh, I'm out. And then they were like, yeah, fuck it. I am Joker.
I will say, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, that trailer looks fucking amazing.
Which is so funny because everyone that likes Call of Duty fucking hates it, and all of us that have always been like,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
oh, it is the most hated trailer.
It is the most hated trailer on YouTube right
There's
now.
a reason, because it's probably going to be good.
I know.
know.
All of those of us that are like, fucking Call of Duty always sucks. Every year we're so fucking tired of it. We're all like, this game's gonna be great.
This game looks fucking awesome.
Dude.
I can't fucking wait.
And again, you had, who's the Advanced Warfare, the villain was...
Oh, it's Kid Harington.
No. Yeah. I was going to say,
Spacey.
Advanced Warfare was Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was...
I don't
Wasn't
fucking know
anyone
because I didn't
famous
play.
as far as I know.
I thought it was somebody that was famous. I don't remember who it was, though.
Because all the famous ones have always been through Infinity Ward. Or whatever.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's Kit Harington's the new villain.
I heard
So,
about that. I heard about that.
That's gonna be cool. I will say, I was all for getting Call of Duty on Xbox One because I prefer competitive gaming on Xbox One. It's just I prefer the Xbox One. Whatever. PlayStation 4, everything comes out 30 days early on PS4. So part of me's like, fuck it, I might as well just get it on PS4 because then. But then it's selling.
Most time people are more like they're worse on the PS4. Is what I've noticed. So you'll do better. So instead of getting
PlayStation gamers suck.
Instead of getting 1 kill and 16 deaths, you'll probably get
Just
3 or
kidding.
4 and
That was
maybe
ahead of
only
you.
11 deaths.
You gonna do, bitch?
I can live with that.
Acceptable.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, like the way the gameplay started, like you get into this ship and you launch, and it's not a rail shooter. You have full control of the space jet, and you're going through and actually fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, and then like his ship blows up, but he's like out in space, and then goes into the thing. And then, like, actually gets on, like, this catwalk and then pulls out his gun and starts firing. And then as soon as he pulled out the gun, I was like, wait, this looks like Call of Duty gameplay. And then, like, at the end of the trailer, because it's PlayStation, they have to put the title at the end of the trailer. It goes, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I was like, pre-order now.
Can we all go back to that meme that posted when it said that awkward moment when Call of Duty has space battles but Battlefront doesn't?
Yeah, I know, right?
Even
Oh
more
wait,
so though.
wait, they have the one. If you get.
They have the one that's coming out if you get a PlayStation VR.
Even better though, this is what I liked how it was like. Has anyone ever noticed how Call of Duty keeps going in the future and Battlefield's like, we're gonna go ahead and take a step back and they go all the way to World War One.
Did you hear about that though?
What?
So DICE came out and was like, yeah, because everyone was like, yeah, World War One, that's gonna be great, and they were like, well, we're really kind of worried about it because we did a poll. And I think they said
Sci-fi's in right now. Like,
well,
that's
no,
the
it's
fact,
it's not
in my
even
opinion.
that. Like they were like, we were worried because we did a poll, and out of the people surveyed, like 70% of people under the age of 17 didn't know there was a World War One.
Didn't know there was a World War One.
They knew what World War II was. They said they didn't know there was a World War One. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Did they name it World War II so everybody would spend all of their time looking through history books to find World War
They
One as a
stole our
joke?
idea for a CD.
I know. Greatest Hits Volume 2. It's the best idea for a
Volume
first
3.
album. Or Volume 3. Because then everybody will spend their time looking for
for all your
previous
other
records and
albums and stuff.
especially Greatest Hits Volume 1
I
and 2.
can't. Guys have cancer right now. Like, it doesn't even matter.
But no.
That literally. How can?
Did they call it something else? Did they say like, do you know what the Great War is or something like that?
No,
You know?
they literally said, "Do you, like?" It was on
Tell
a
me what you know
survey,
about
and
World War One.
Yeah, and it was what's
okay.
World War One.
WWI.
What would Jesus do? No. What would I do?
He'd light people on fire and send them to hell.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's one of those things where like when Call of Duty and Battlefield were back in World War II, they were both good, but like nah.
When are we gonna get a
and then like they started getting
We have
That's what
one.
Call of
World
Duty
at War.
Which one? Oh, I never played.
Or no, not World at War. It was Black Ops.
Black Ops for 5 minutes.
on.
You do one battle in Vietnam.
Everyone must be forgetting Bad Company Vietnam.
I never played
I don't
Bad
even know
Company,
what
honestly.
the fuck that is.
No, I've heard of it. I never
Company?
actually played it.
It's one of the expansions. It actually, at one point, this is Battlefield Bad Company 2. When they had Vietnam, they had Battlefield Bad Company, which had Vietnam expansion for that. Then they had Bad Company 2, which also had a Vietnam expansion for that. And in Bad Company 2, the Vietnam version, you could fly Huey, and it would play Flight of the Valkyrie whenever you wanted to. Or
How fucking cool is that? Why do I not know
Black,
about this game?
It totally, like, it would do a random song every time. So literally, you'd be, like, running as a Vietnamese guy, and all of a sudden you just hear near, like, just shooting everyone. It was awesome.
Nice. But yeah, but then like they started going more modern with it, and then when they got to modern, it was like
it got boring.
God, Battlefield's so much better. Call of Duty sucks, and then like I don't know, like it kind of started progressing, and then they started going.
People really like 2142 as well. A lot of people really want a sequel to 2142.
Yeah, but I mean like when they started going futuristic, but like. When Battlefield went futuristic, Call of Duty was still kind of modern. So at that point, they were still kind of separated.
What did Battlefield do that was futuristic?
2142.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
The one you just mentioned.
But for some reason in my head, I compared Battlefield 4 to Advanced Warfare in that opposite.
But
so
like
that's what I kept thinking in my head was.
But I mean, like
Advanced Warfare.
But I mean, it kind of got to one point where like they were separate, then they were kind of together, then they were separate, and then they were kind of together. So like. When they're together, like the games tend to be not as good as when they're far apart because
it's the same game.
It basically gets
whichever one you play first. It's normally like, oh, okay, that one's good. Then the second one you play, it's this game sucks. But only because you've already played it.
I will say, Battlefield
needs to one variant.
Or Battlefield does have much more tactical gameplay required than Call of Duty does. Not saying it's like Rainbow Six. I'm just saying.
The greatest explanation of Call of Duty I've ever seen is the meme where it's literally a guy running at somebody with a knife, and he's sitting there and he's just shooting, and the guy with the knife's just laughing and blood's flying everywhere, and he runs up and stabs him once, and the guy dies, and the guy that got shot a million times just runs off.
Yes.
It's even better whenever he has...
I play hardcore, so it's literally pop, dead, done. I mean, it's almost like SWAT.
He plays hardcore because he is hardcore.
Fuck yeah.
I want a shooter where, like, you get shot once, like, in the leg, and, like, your character, like, the camera, like, tilts, and you have to, like, limp the entire
Star
time.
Citizen.
Yeah, again, if that ever comes out, I'll play it, but, you know.
But no.
Did you say touche?
Yeah.
But like, now that, like, Call of Duty is going way in the future, and Battlefield is going way in the past... I'm really excited for both games for a change.
I agree. I like the gunplay, like from Battlefield. I'm a little bit more excited about.
Yeah.
Just the way the guns handle and everything. Because Call of Duty, unfortunately, whenever he's shooting, it looks like it's literally going. Brrrah, 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 brrrah.
But if you think about it, I mean, that far into the future.
I would imagine they'd have some sort of recoil compensation. I agree.
Yeah.
However, come on.
There's some kind of physics matrix built into the gun.
It's in space, and he's floating. Even if there's no recoil, like, there has to be recoil.
And then your character just starts doing backflips.
And then Wheatley flies by and is just like, I'm still in space.
Like, according to Newton, there has to be some sort of recoil.
True.
Yeah, but Newton was a faggot.
Well,
but anyway, I don't know. I'm really liking both of them.
I also just want to throw this out there real quick, just to date this video. No Man's Sky comes out next week.
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Oh no, it got pushed back again.
No.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky got delayed again.
Yeah.
August.
Yep.
All right. Well,
We're a friend that's so pissed about that. I'm out.
No, the next game that they talked about in the press conference after that.
Oh my god, we're still on Sony.
Crash Bandicoot Remastered Collection.
Can't wait. Remastered
I'm already
collection.
bummed. Like, that just ruined my whole night.
What? No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
Sorry. Obviously it's Crash Bandicoot. It's the full collection. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, all redone for the PS4.
Which is cool.
I've never played the games, so
Yeah, for me,
they're okay.
That's gonna be cool because I've never had a chance.
Because we never had a PlayStation when the games were actually out.
My cousin had one and I played it.
What?
I just remember what game I was talking about earlier when we were all at the mall, and I said that.
Diddy Kong Racing?
No, when I said that Insomniac made Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Daxter.
No, that's Naughty Dog 2.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know.
No.
This is why I'm a
Anyway.
Microsoft gamer. I don't fucking follow Sony.
Yeah.
The
Until
next
Heavy Rain came out, and I was like, Sony's the greatest. Fuck Microsoft.
the next game after that
Next game after
the whole reason it was
was
Sony.
one that nobody's gonna care about. It's Skylanders Imagination.
Stupid.
You build your own Skylanders. That's the only cool thing
So
about
it's
it.
like Lego, but not.
No. Like here's a piece of paper. I'm going to draw something, and then I'm going to take a picture of it.
No, it's not.
With my like literally, they were showing people
That's not
like
how I've seen that.
drawing
That's
it,
weird.
holding it up or whatever, and then it scans it in, and then that is your new character. Ta-da! Created a character.
But what if my character is just a circle?
Then your character's a circle.
The other
Add
problem
color.
with that is though is it costs $10 every time you make a character. That's the part that I thought was stupid.
Oh, that's
Because it's $9.99, you have to save them to a physical. Like you have to buy a piece that you put onto a portal. and then save the
maybe it's you
piece.
design it online.
Well, no, my point is like what it is. It's probably like you said, you have it and it scans it in. But the thing of it is that in order to save the character somewhere, you have to have bought a piece that you put onto the portal.
Thank you.
And essentially, it takes, I'm assuming, what you scan in and saves it to that physical piece.
Gotcha.
But the problem with that is yeah, like if you make a circle and your kid's like holds up the thing, and it's like, oh, there you go. Well, you just spent $10.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say, you're talking about the drawing. This is exactly what I imagined.
Nala 2.0, everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Skylanders Imagination or whatever. Yeah, it looks cool. Whatever.
I
Skylanders
really
game.
like Skylanders. I got so fucking tired of it being a yearly franchise.
I'm really tired of Skylanders. I really just want a Spyro at this point.
I agree. I will take a Spyro game.
I will.
Did
100%.
anybody else see? And again, I don't think anyone else is excited because I'm fucking stupid. You guys are still laughing at all the 2.0. It'll have you growing down like it's growing an extra chromosome. But no, they just announced today that Netflix is bringing a Skylanders TV show out.
I'll watch.
You're welcome. He's making me laugh.
This is almost as bad as earlier when Nick was trying to make a straight face inside the gallows.
Oh yeah,
Gallows,
the
barracks.
what
What do you call that?
the things. Anyway,
Face.
next game they talked about Lego Force Awakens, which it looks pretty funny. The cool thing about it, again, big quote unquote mic drop moment. The demo's out now. The game comes out in 2 weeks,
Which is cool.
which is awesome.
They seem to do that a lot this year. They're like, surprisingly, they kept a lot of shit under wraps.
I don't know how they kept Fallout under. That was last year, but I still don't know how that was like E3. Hey, by the way, we're making Fallout 4. Woo! Yeah, it comes out in 2 months.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
It's like what? Because I was so pissed when they were showing off everything. And again, I know we're going back last year, but I was so pissed watching all that footage from Fallout 4 because I was like, I'm gonna have to wait 3 more fucking years for this game. And they're like, by the way, it comes out in November. And I was like, holy fucking shit! Take my money now, Pip Boy.
oh, I love you.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the Pip Boy edition on like 3 different systems.
Now here's
All
the
three
here's the part where I realized I was watching the audience experience and then actually switched to the real conference so I could actually have everything on full screen. Perfect timing because the next game was Hideo Kojima presents Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Yes.
Death.
Is that really what it's called?
No, it's
No.
called Death Stranding.
But apparently people were pissed about the title, so
It basically looks like a Silent Hills replacement. It's not Silent Hills, but it's got the really creepy vibe.
How
It's starring
fucking
Norman
creepy were the
Reedus.
5 people like floating in
Oh,
the
yeah.
sky? Like, oh, that game just looks.
Or like the fucking fetus that's attached to his belly. Like it's one of those where I was like, oh yeah, it's Norman Reedus, but I wasn't entirely sure it was Norman Reedus till we got Norman Reedus' ugly cry face, and I was like, Norman Reedus.
Oh, Merle.
But I mean, and then oh god, all of the piles of like dead fish and shit and crabs and everything. But then he's also got like the futuristic handcuffs on his hands and everything like that. And then the lettering started bleeding. But then Hideo Kojima came out and stated, everybody's not really going well with the new name of the game, Death Stranding. So he was like, everybody seems a little about the name, so we decided to change it to Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. And I was like, I'd still play the shit out of it. I mean, it's Hideo Kojima. And it's Norman Reedus.
I feel like it would sell copies just because people would be like, it's like the Fractured Butthole. Like, people are going to buy that just because of the name.
Yeah.
I love the fact that
I
I
don't think
work...
they'll buy it just because of the name. I think they'll buy it
Because of South Park.
I love the fact that I work in an industry where I sell video games. So I cannot wait until people come in and start asking my coworkers. They're like, "Hey, do you have Fractured Butthole on like PS4?" And my coworkers are gonna come to me and be like, "Dude, have you heard about the Fractured Butthole?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we've got it. It's a great game."
Fuck yeah, we got it. I'll take your children right over here to see the Fractured Butthole. No,
The best part about that is the fact that I was like, wow, the name of this game is The Fractured Butthole. And then they showed off why it's called The Fractured Butthole. And I was like, it's even better because it's a Civil War reference. But we'll get to that in Ubisoft.
Yeah.
If we're even getting to that tonight, because holy fuck, it's getting late.
It's 12:30 right now. We're at 2 hours and 48 minutes.
And we still haven't touched Nintendo.
Yeah.
Once again, 2 games. So.
True.
If one of those games is Pokemon, we'll sit here for about half an hour.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. So
Does it have a ho-oh in it?
Actually,
I don't
what
know.
was it? Lady Bro's in it.
Yeah, Ladybro.
Wow.
Oh.
Ladybug. Yeah, it was the very first Pokemon they ran into.
Which was so funny because it was live and they were talking. They were like, you might see some Pokemon that aren't announced yet because this is live, so we don't know what we're gonna run into. And that was the first Pokemon to pop up, and it's like, oh hey, from like second generation.
Yeah.
We're on seventh now?
No, it was in third.
Third.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It was after Silver and Gold.
I could do the first 150, 100%.
I know, 150.
Anyway, the last game they mentioned was
152?
Insomniac's
32?
new game.
Who's in there somewhere?
Insomniac's new game. They're doing a new Spider-Man game.
Oh, I cannot
Is that
wait.
the one for the PlayStation?
So,
PlayStation 4 exclusive.
can I announce the thing that I noticed that no one else seems to have noticed?
Yeah, apparently.
I hopefully will be the first podcast to announce this because I caught this. So anyone that follows the Spider-Man universe, you're in the game. What they're showing you fighting is the minions of Mr. Negative, who is a great villain that is never used because they only ever use Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Pretty much.
Mr. Negative is a great character.
Mr.
And
Negative
he's actually
is awesome.
really been big in the current run. So
Yeah. But see, the thing that's got me really excited, it's an awesome trailer. It is gorgeous. And I was like, wow, this is a great cinematic trailer. This is like it blew me away. All actual gameplay.
Yeah, they came out and were like, that was
like insane. Like I thought it was ridiculous for a cinematic trailer, and it was gameplay. Like they announced it afterwards. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, gameplay.
Is that from Corey? Are you two texting each other in the middle of this thing? Like,
No,
You said him Nala 2.0.
just so I was sitting here as you guys are talking in my head. I was like, do I send it later so I just know he sits there and cracks up? But I want to see his reaction.
No, I will say the one thing that was a little weird with Sony's press conference, not a single mention of Neo whatsoever.
yeah, but they specifically did say beforehand that they weren't going to.
Right. But they also do a lot of stuff like that at press conferences.
I agree, but I their statement being the fact of they didn't want to show something off that's not even being shown until next year. Because their thing was
just
the
to
fact
show you
that-
how much we got to talk about, I just switched over to Nintendo. So this is what we
No
talked about at the
Last
beginning of
of Us
Legends of
2.
Zelda. This is all new announcements.
Why?
For Pokemon.
What's so okay? I get that it's Pokemon. I have not played Pokemon since Gold.
You suck dick.
I just
Only
don't
on
have a
weekends.
DS. Leave me alone.
That was the only reason to own a DS.
Well, Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. By the way, I'm on Fates now, guys. You know,
Whoa.
Chapter 5. I still have yet to.
Holy
redeem
shit,
my-
I'm further than you in Fates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
He played Awakening though first. He played
I just don't
Awakening all the way
understand why, like, that game. Fire Emblem seems to
Oh,
be
wait.
taking
Now
all
that
the
you've beaten
soul
Awakening, we
away.
can talk about the ending for that.
Yeah.
What was the ending?
I don't know, but I haven't played it.
Did you sacrifice yourself?
We'll get to... Oh. Yeah, I sacrificed myself.
I mean, who didn't? If you didn't, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I. So,
Yeah, I did.
Going to Fallout 3.
Going to a game that we've mostly all played, yeah, Fallout 3.
Yeah.
So I got to the end of that game and I had Fox with me. The giant, I think his name was Fox. FAWX? No,
Is this the Superman?
Yeah, giant super mutant, and he was like, "Hey, like, they were like, somebody has to go in there and stop the radiation or whatever." And I was like, "Dude, he's a super mutant. He can't be hurt by it." So I sent him in because I was like, "This way, everybody lives." And then he comes out, and then it goes through, and it shows the cutscene at the end, and it goes, "The dweller that came out and was going to be the one to save the world
and then selfishly went through and sent his friend in instead of taking his plate and all this stuff. And I was like, but he lived. You're leaving out the part where everyone. I found the solution where everyone makes it out. And the game is just like he failed to go through and step up when he was needed. And I was like, I fucked up. So I had to like back out and reload a save so I could go in and sacrifice myself.
I know we're getting on the fucking Fallout 3, but I still am pissed that I know they came out with the DLC later. It's like, you can continue your character.
But it still fucked everyone that had already beat the game.
I was like, because in every fucking Bethesda game, I feel like I do the main story first and then the rest of everything else.
Yep, that's kind of how I always am.
And at that, it was just like, I don't have the urge to even play the rest of the game. That was it. I was done. And like, I had done other side missions, don't get me wrong, but like, percentage-wise, I probably only finished maybe 40% of the game.
And again, do they have to make you feel like, first of all, so there's two things with that. One, every fucking other game goes through and it tells you, hey, you know, before you do this, you're about to complete the game, you know, you should go through and make sure everything else is finished. Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah. Second thing, what the fuck why do they have to put a cinematic at the end telling you, oh, well, you didn't do this, and you didn't save these people, and you didn't do this, and
the whole time you're just going?
I didn't even know these people were fucking here. I think I was playing, it was New Vegas, but I was going through, in New Vegas, there's some, like, ski resort or something like that where there's some super mutants that are hiding out. I hadn't even found them.
Trick Skylander.
I hadn't even found them yet, and like I beat the game, and it was like, oh, you failed to save the people from these. And I was like, I didn't even fucking find that area.
I failed a fuck ton of people because I pretty much just saved the world, but still fucked you failed them. Whatever. Anyway, moving
These people wouldn't have water.
Anyway, yeah. So Nintendo Conference, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The game was fucking. Huh?
Breath of the Wind.
Breath of the Wind. Sorry.
Red.
Game looks fucking gorgeous, especially for a Nintendo game.
I still have yet to watch the trailer for it.
I'm still gonna wait to buy it. I hate to say that,
Dude,
but I'm not going.
It's like
to buy
an hour and 40 minutes of gameplay.
I don't plan on getting it until I get an NX.
That's my point.
Because I have access to a Wii U. It's my brother's. He should be coming back in October.
When the fuck are they gonna make Wind Waker on the DS or anything?
I feel like we really seriously
Wind Waker just came out on
we really
Wii U, wasn't it?
Wind Waker the remastered remake,
One thing we really need to actually talk about.
So it's probably not coming out on the 3DS.
What a bunch of fucking horse shit.
Well, it's kind of dumb because I agree. I think Wind Waker was better for the DS than it would have been on the Wii U.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could play it either way,
but I mean, like, here's my thing. I've never been too big of a fan of Zelda, only for the fact of it's not I dislike the game. I don't. Again, like Crash Bandicoot, we'd never had access to it.
And at this point, especially in Zelda, no one knows what the fuck is going on if you haven't played it from the beginning. And even people that played it from the beginning don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, first off, there's no beginning when it comes to Zelda. Like somebody
No,
just
I'm talking like if you did not play from The Legend of Zelda on, like, because there's so much shit that like.
Yeah, I started Ocarina of Time. Like, in Ocarina of Time,
I know people that only played Twilight Princess and loved the shit out of it.
Oh, I fucking loved Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess was one of my favorites.
I guess I'm just a completionist then, but like I've tried to follow the story and like everything is confusing as fuck.
But see, the problem is with the Legend of Zelda games. The first Legend of Zelda game is right here. Then the second Legend of Zelda game is right here. Then the third is like right here, and then the fourth is like right here, and then the fifth is like
Metal
right
Gear
here.
Solid. I get that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
there's a reason
you don't realize
like
until 3/4 of the way through the game you're actually playing Big Boss. But no,
I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I really don't like.
Big Boss is.
I hate Metal
Gear Solid reference.
I got 5 for free. It's the worst.
Which one was the one where you play Big Boss? I want to say it was 4. I think it was. I think it was 4. You don't realize until 3/4 of the way through the game. Oh wait, I'm not actually playing Snake. I'm actually playing the villain from the first 2 games.
4 sounds right.
How fucking retarded is that of a twist?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's actually.
We're just not going to say anything, and we're just going to assume
reveal something.
Well, no, because basically you're a clone of Snake, but
totally
you're actually playing the whole game as a villain.
I almost ruined something for you.
Anyway,
don't worry about it.
But yeah, so nothing against Zelda. I just never got around to playing them. But this is also a game where, with the new Legend of Zelda, it is a full open world.
Cool.
Which is pretty ridiculous. I didn't realize how much of an open world. Did you just ruin something for him too?
No, he's played it.
Okay. I didn't realize how big of an open world. So
that's why I'm whispering.
When they were talking about it on the showroom floor, they were like, okay, so we're gonna let you guys play a little demo. It's gonna be like this one little area of the map and everything like that. So then people started playing this demo, and they started expanding outside of that, and they were just like, wow, this is huge. They didn't actually lock off that one section. Like, we got the whole thing to play around with. No, they still were only in that one section. This map apparently is hands down the biggest map that they've ever done for Zelda. This is also one of the biggest maps in a game. Like,
they said this is the size of Morrowind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
I was gonna say, because like even on the 64, Ocarina of Time, Hyrule Fields was fucking gigantic. That was why it was great to get a Poner, because after a point it's just like, fuck, I gotta go all the way there.
Again,
I don't want to
roll.
Yeah, you were faster rolling, than running.
which again,
yeah.
I get that it was only one section, so it could just be this section's very unpopulated, but it seemed like this entire vast world is here, and Link's by himself. Because they never shut off any NPCs. They never shut off any NPCs at all. And all.
Who the fuck is in this world? The bad guy, Link and Zelda?
Well, no, but I mean, like,
village.
But I mean, what I'm saying is like it showed him running around, and he's in a field, and he's running around and 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 running around, and one creature to kill, killed the creature, running around and running around and running around and running around, and like that
sounds like Wind Waker almost.
Yeah, Wind Waker is a lot like that.
How did that just remind me?
I'll say though, Ocarina of Time. I mean, for the time that was a large map, and I mean you didn't run into things.
Like
until
it kind of reinforced the whole.
Elder Scrolls Online.
It kind of reinforced the whole idea that in the villages where all the people stayed, they stayed in their own village. They didn't go out adventuring or out doing anything on their own.
True, which is why what I'm saying is it could just also be the fact that they only shut off one section, and that section didn't have any villages or something like that.
Honestly, you met more of the Gorons, which are these rock type people, than you did actual people.
Yeah.
You go to the castle. Oh no, that's not true, because at the square there were more people.
Well, yeah. Outside, up to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you met more Gorons than anyone else.
I was thinking the exact same fucking thing. When are we getting a new Medieval? That is hands down one of my favorite Sony exclusives. Now that we're on.
What was
Nintendo.
it, Sir Daniel Fortescue?
Sounds about right. Basically, you're like a skeleton that walks around with a sword and shield.
Did we ever talk about For Honor?
Yes.
No, because that's in the Ubisoft press conference.
Oh, that's right.
Jesus, fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Continue.
Well, we're ending after this for
Okay.
tonight, and then later we'll talk about EA, Ubisoft, and.
We can still go again tomorrow.
Well, sort
I
of.
mean,
I technically can't.
Why?
I still have to finish back.
yeah.
I'm
How the
leaving
fuck long is
Sunday.
that gonna take, considering the fact you're not going to PopCon?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, we won't get back from PopCon until probably midnight.
Oh, yoga hosers.
Yoga hosers and the podcast.
By the way,
I
we
was
can talk
gonna
about
say,
that
and we're-
on this week's podcast.
we're
Like,
leaving.
We're gonna go see yoga hosers before it's out.
That is true.
We're leaving at 4 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
I thought you were leaving like noon.
The flight is at 7, so we have to be there by 6, but so we don't have to pay a metric fuck ton in airport parking. We're kind of like, I'm driving to my dad's work with all the luggage. My dad's driving all of them to the airport to drop them off, and coming back to get me and the luggage, so on and so forth.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Legend of Zelda is coming out for Wii U and NX, but yeah, everybody I know is literally waiting for the NX to come out before they pick it up, so that way they can.
So you said it's E3 week.
Yeah. E3 ended Friday.
Which
So-
is
Last night.
48 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Does that mean Monster Hunter's not on sale anymore?
No. So because like E3 ended Friday, but that sale is going on until they change their sales again, which is Tuesday mornings. Yeah.
I'm fucking buying that one. I've looked at it so many times. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I thought about it. It was like $23.99 or something like that. I think I was like,
that's not bad. It's usually like I think it's $40.
yeah, it's 50% off. But anyway, so that's all with what they started with on Legend of Zelda. Then they went to Pokemon Sun and Moon. And then after Pokemon Sun and Moon, they went back to Legend of Zelda, but I haven't seen that portion of the press conference, so I don't know anything about Zelda side of it. But So,
That's okay.
Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out. It was originally announced to be in the Aloha region, but they changed the name to Alola, which I like a little bit better because it's based on Hawaii.
I got that.
But I mean, like I don't know. I think Aloha
Hawaii,
was a little too in your face.
Which makes sense. So how big is this world?
So it's going to it's
a whole bunch
it's,
of items. You're getting
Wind
surf.
Waker. It's literally getting Wind Waker.
Your starter Pokemon, no surf.
Even the fire.
Alola has 4 regions, including a man-made region that's in the middle. So it's like 3 islands and then 1 man-made region in the middle,
Oil rig.
basically.
And so
Obviously, it wasn't a Nintendo conference without a translator. So, like, basically the way that they actually set up the interview when they were talking about everything, they had, like, a moderator, then somebody to actually play the game on the 3DS, and then 2 developers, and then a translator that was translating for the developers, because none of the Game Freak developers speak English. Which
makes sense.
Yeah.
But so in Gold, you could go back and play Red, Blue, and Yellow's region.
That is only in Gold.
Is it only in Gold?
Yes.
I always wondered that.
Gold. Well, Gold.
Yeah.
It's only in the 2nd generation. The 2nd generation, you can go back and play the first generation, and
That was
play,
one of the coolest things ever,
Right.
in my opinion.
all the other games. It's literally just that region. There you go. There's no other being able to go back
With
and
that
forth.
said, though, they are building a Pokemon game for NX, so that'd be cool if they were to, like, here's all 7 regions.
That would be awesome.
Pokken too.
No, they're
No, it's like an actual full. It's gonna be
like it's basically like a Pokemon for the mobile devices, but for a home
It's
console.
supposed to be like Skyrim only
Go.
Pokemon. That is only $35 and goes on pre-sale this week, so I'm gonna be
Pokemon
buying
Go?
it.
I didn't realize you want a pre-sale already.
No, it's
No,
going on
it's
pre-sale.
going on pre-sale. So
That's what I
It's
mean.
$35 to buy the device.
Oh,
I'm gonna get
the
so
watch
much.
thing?
I'm gonna get in so much trouble because I'm gonna play that at work all day long.
was
It's
gonna
funny
say,
because my boss watches.
Do you
the
know there
podcast,
like
so.
there are people who are in the beta right now,
Mhm.
and they can't technically talk about what they've seen and everything. But one guy did read a comment that said he turned it on, he was super excited. He turned around and there was a Charmander sitting in the corner of his room. He was like, "My God, how long have you been there?" And he caught it. And he's just like, "You will forever be mine."
That's funny. It is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, so a big celebration there.
I think that's why they're coming out with Pokemon Go.
Very well could be.
Well, the other thing is Pokemon Go was started by a whole other company.
Yeah. Well, it's the people that do Ingress.
No, I mean like it was
There's a
started.
guy at my work who fucking loves English.
It was started by like fans and shit that were like, oh hey, and then like they bought onto it, and then Game Freak bought onto it, and then
Yeah.
you know.
I have Ingress.
But anyway, Sun and
It's like a
Moon.
Ruby game.
The reason that they decided to name the game Sun and Moon because obviously the sun and the moon are basically like the source of life in Pokemon. Like there would be no life without the sun in our world, just like it is in Pokemon and stuff like that. So there's actually legendaries that are based on the sun and moon. So the legends say that the legendary Pokemon that are on the covers of Sun and Moon are basically like the emissaries of the sun and moon and actually tie into the story in a unique way that legendary Pokemon have not before. They couldn't go into more detail. All they could say is they'll actually interact with the story in a completely different capacity than a legendary normally does. Because legendaries usually it's like, oh well, I did this big long quest line thing, and now there's the legendary, and I battle the legendary, and I catch the legendary.
No,
and
man,
that's
not in
that.
a quest line. It's like, oh hey, this cave's unlocked.
Right,
I
but
was gonna
that
say,
cave
like-
is the quest line. Or is the equivalent of a quest line, I guess I should say.
I was gonna say because from what I like,
Mewtwo
Gold.
was so like.
Well, Mewtwo you can only get after you beat the Elite Four.
Yeah, no, but it was literally okay. This cave's unlocked. Walk into the cave, and it's like the second level
Well,
of the cave.
what
It's
he's
like,
talking
there's
about, I
Mewtwo
think,
just-
like in Gold, in order to get Lugia, you had to like traverse this whirlpool, and there was a very set, not whirlpool. It was a big
Silver.
area. It was in Gold. I played in Gold. I played.
Lugia
Gold.
wasn't in gold.
Yeah, he was.
No.
You sure?
Uh-oh.
You sure you weren't thinking of?
100%. I caught him. He was level 70. Ho-Oh was level 40. I heard Silver was the exact opposite. Lugia was level 40. Ho-Oh was level
Oh, so
70.
they were both in there. It was just a level. Okay, that's different.
Because I used my Master Ball on Ho, even though he's level 40, and I was like level 52. And I was just like, "Ugh!" And then I was like, I traversed, it was totally by accident. You surf, went through all the whirlpools and all this other shit, and I found a random cave. I walked in, there's like a bird sitting on top. I'm like, is that a fucking Pidgey? Save. I saved right in front of it, and I went into it, and it was like, wild loogie appears. All of a sudden, and I'm like,
You know what I always...
Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball.
You know what I fucking hate? And I don't know if this was a glitch or what, but everyone always tells me that a Master Ball means you guaranteed catch it, and that is horse shit, because I once used in red a Master Ball on Mewtwo, and that motherfucker bust out of that shit.
Mewtwo, he's boss.
And I was so pissed, because I was like, I fucking wasted a Master Ball.
The Master Ball, you have it's like 1 in 8,700 and something chance for the Master Ball to fail.
Yeah, and it failed.
Yeah.
You were that lucky.
I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah. Don't walk outside that day. Ever. No, but also what's interesting, they didn't mention which one, but a legendary that's in X and Y will show up in a new way in the new games, and it will actually have what's called a 10% form and a full form.
I want that. I hope it's Xerneas.
Is it Frieza?
I love Xerneas.
Probably. Because it may not even be his final form. But yeah, like we said earlier.
Good job.
Like we said earlier, the Alola region's it's actually got 4 different regions. One is the man-made that's in the center. The new region is not connected to the other regions in any way, shape, or form. So most of the Pokemon that you will come across are brand new Pokemon that people have never seen. With that being said, the first Pokemon that shows up when they did the gameplay footage.
I'm still upset that Pikachu is not confirmed, but the Pokebank exists, so.
I will confirm Pichu is.
Oh, okay.
Which you can evolve a Pichu into a Pikachu, you're golden.
Other thing is,
your rival actually starts out with a Pichu.
That doesn't mean I fucking get a Pichu.
No, let me rephrase that. Your rival starts out with the opposite of what you have and a Pichu. So when you actually go to do your first big rival battle, he actually has 2 Pokemon. He has the Pichu and this one.
That's fucking cheap as shit.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so you got the Rowlet, Litten, and
I'm so mad because I want
Poplio.
Do we have pictures of these? Because
have you not seen them?
No, I'm
they're so
Charizard
adorable.
is still the best. Pokemon.
Yeah.
I want all 3.
I agree. I do.
So can you get like the originals from like others?
By the way, I saw another article this week that confirmed.
Right. So I guess they've changed it now. They're not sure.
They confirmed it, unconfirmed it, reconfirmed it.
Yeah. I don't know when it's gonna work, but apparently it will eventually. You can trade red, blue, and yellow into the Pokebank so you can get them into Sun and Moon. But they said it's not going to be available at launch, but they're trying to make it available by launch, but they're going to get it out whenever they can get it, so sorry about your luck. You may
also, there's a Pokedex Pokemon now?
Yes, your Pokemon is a Pokedex. I will get to that. It is fucking cool. Anyway.
I'm excited.
Not the word I would use.
Oh,
well,
wait for it.
You'll see why. So you've got Rowlet.
It's a no.
Yeah, I want Rowlet so bad.
I've got pictures here, so as you said Rowlet, that's what I landed on.
I want it
Rowlet
so
is adorable.
They all are, but
I mean, it's a flying starter.
That's pretty unique.
It's a flying grass starter. It's it's one of the first times I've seen a Devil's type starter.
Yeah. You have Litten, which is Fire Kitten.
Poplio is a seal.
Yeah, which Poplio is pretty cool too.
I think they're all great.
It is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either gonna be Litten or Rowlet for my first.
I was so sad when
I'm gonna do my thing that everybody thinks is bullshit. I'm gonna start the game, trade it into Pokebank, restart the game, trade it into Pokebank, restart the game, get them all out of Pokebank.
I was so sad when there was a thing that somebody posted online, and it was a picture of a crying Poplio.
Oh yeah.
And then Oshawott was sitting there talking to him, and he was like, "It's okay, buddy. Nobody liked me at first either." And I was like, I loved Oshawott. Like,
yeah.
What?
But anyway, but yeah, the reason they went with like the owl, the kitten, and the seal is because they wanted to make the starters more reliable, or relatable. I mean.
Yes.
And
Which I'm okay with,
especially for the
because, like,
region.
as long as we're not getting an ice cream Pokemon again.
Yeah.
That actually
vanilla,
makes sense for the
Hawaii.
region, actually.
Yeah. So I was like that's pretty cool. They also said that they color coded them for their types, which is why Rowlet is like a tan, which is kind of
He has a green around his neck.
a lot of flying, but then he has the green around the neck. Or Litten has a lot of red to him because he's a fire type. Poplio's blue. Blue means water type. They also wanted to make the characters more realistic to the region, so they have like more skin showing because
this guy here's wearing shorts.
Yeah,
the main character's wearing shorts. And
exactly, because it's a warmer climate, and they're also proportionally more realistic size-wise to the Pokemon in the region.
All I know is I want Stitch as a Pokemon in this game.
Then they actually started showing off gameplay, which this is the first time where this early in development they actually showed off actual gameplay.
It comes up at the end of this year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, normally it's like 2 months before they're like, hey, here's this game we've been telling you about.
Yeah. Like it's usually like, oh, here's pictures of Pokemon, here's pictures of Pokemon, here's pictures of Pokemon, and then a couple months before it's like, oh, by the way, this is what the gameplay looks like. So basically the way it starts out is you just move to the Alola region, and you're actually you have to head over to the next town for this big festival. But at that point in time, you've already received your first Pokemon because they kind of skip forward a little bit just to kind of move the gameplay section along. Whenever you get into combat, this is awesome. So you actually the way it's set up is your Pokemon's here, your opponent Pokemon is here.
Mm-hmm. That's normal.
You're actually standing behind your Pokemon.
That's cool.
Their trainer's standing behind them. And they actually interact with the battle and actually say stuff back and forth as like kind of like trash talking.
Pussy. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, basically.
Burn their ass.
I am so waiting for a Pokemon Rusty version for
Pulls
this.
out a
Like,
gun.
it's gonna be so great. But yeah, you're actually standing behind your Pokemon. They've actually changed it quite a bit. There's actually full dynamic lighting and different camera angles during the combat.
It fates where like you could change when they attack, change the camera around, or awakening.
Well, it changes it automatically for like a cinematic view. So picture like you're spending the entire game holding the circle button in Grand Theft Auto.
Or like Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, actually 100%. It's designed to be Pokemon Stadium, but like they've got the trainers with them and everything like that. Also, the fighting menu is completely changed. So they've got so basically they've got like on the touchscreen portion you've got fight on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side you've got the bag, Pokemon, and run. Now, in between the two, you've got the picture of your Pokemon and the picture of your opposing Pokemon that you're up against. When you hit fight, it brings up your list of moves on the right-hand side. You still only have 4 moves, which, I mean, it's just typical Pokemon. But it also identifies the Pokemon that you're up against. So, like, say you are a Charizard. You know Fly, you know Flamethrower, you know Flame Wheel, you know whatever. Each of the different moves, it will state, this move is effective against that Pokemon. This move is super effective against that Pokemon. This move will not have any effect on this Pokemon. So it actually notifies you which moves are more effective.
Make it
which
about
moves
as child-friendly as you possibly can.
basically. But what's also really cool is
You're trying to catch a Pokemon.
Yeah, so like when you're trying to catch a Pokemon, you can be like, oh, well, I don't remember which of my moves is like the least effective because I only want to hurt him just a little bit. So you can look through, oh, this one's the least effective, click, and then do like
I just want to waterboard him. I don't want to drown him.
Right. I just wanted to
Get in the Pokeball.
But
I'm not supposed to catch everybody, if I find.
the other cool thing is you can also check out all of your move info during battle. So like while you're in battle, if you want to check out, oh well, this one has this accuracy and this power, but what's the accuracy and power of this move? You used to have to go into select Pokemon, select that Pokemon, look at their moves, select the move you want to look at, and it would bring it up. Now, when it brings up the fight menu, you can just click another button just to the left of the thing.
It reminds me of Fates. It's like you have an 80% chance of hitting this person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes the information a little more easier to access. It's all the information that's been there this whole time. Another cool info thing that they did was with in the center, in between the buttons, you can select the Pokemon you're fighting, or you can select your Pokemon. It'll actually bring up your stats bracket and say, okay, well, he used Sand Attack on you and your defense is down. So heads up, your defense is down 1. And, oh, well, you use this on them, so their attack is down 1, their defense is down 1, their special attack is up, though, because they've used a move on themselves, and so on and so forth.
Can I say, if there's anybody still listening to this podcast, that they all deserve a gold star and a gift certificate for sticking around this long?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You're buying.
Oh, are you kidding me? Card's full.
Well, hopefully your phone's not full.
I don't think so. Like I said, it's 128 gig card that I just bought. And
Yeah,
literally all that's on there is this.
Porn?
No.
Speaking
I took
of
a
which,
couple pictures.
Fates is the exact comparison I drew.
It's still
with
recording, right?
Pokemon as well.
Really?
When Nick was telling me about this earlier.
It's not recording anymore?
It's locked, I don't know, like...
Yeah, if it's locked, it's not recording.
Nope. This thing's still blinking.
Blinking?
It's blinking red, but there's nothing on this side. We've been
Well, that monitor shuts off. Hit.
Have we been talking to ourselves this whole time? 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
Right, but what does it say on the right hand side?
6 hours, 3 minutes, and
It's
16.
still going.
Alright, continue.
Anyway.
It's almost dead, though. Oh, no, that's the battery on the bottom. Okay,
Yeah,
we're still
because
hanging
I
on.
took the battery out and I'm running it off of the thing.
Does it have a mic at least?
Oh, yeah, it's got a mic built in.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah, it's
I was just if we've been talking to ourselves this whole time, I'm gonna fucking...
Anyway,
I'm gonna be so mad.
So, also, when you catch a new Pokemon, like, it registers the Pokemon, it has this whole, like,
I'll be back.
cool thing where it's like, oh, new Pokemon's been registered. But what it does is, so say you catch the first evolution, it'll show you the first evolution, and then it'll have 2 grayed out Pokeballs for the next 2 evolutions to let you know, hey, this has 2 evolutions.
Yeah.
Or if it doesn't have any evolutions, there won't be any grayed out Pokeballs. So that way you know, like, evolution-wise. So it's a little bit easier on that respect. This is cool. So like I said, the first Pokemon they ran into was a Ladybug. And it's like, everybody knows what a Ladybug is, except for you.
Yeah.
But, or maybe you don't know what a Ladybug is.
Not too much, no.
Yeah, it's a 3rd gen Pokemon. Anyway,
Wouldn't know.
but the next big Pokemon that they run into is a new one called it's a Yungoos. It's basically like a Mongoose Pokemon. What's really cool is basically over time the stats change for this Pokemon. So it always wants to eat. So if you don't feed it, it becomes more aggressive the hungrier it is. So its attack goes up. But if you go so long without feeding it, it starts draining its HP and all this other stuff. So it's kind of like you have to find that happy medium to where it's still really aggressive, but yet it doesn't like hurt it, which is pretty cool. Adds a new game dynamic. But a lot of people are pissed off because they say it looks like Donald Trump.
Nice.
Like seriously.
So then everyone, literally, you're just gonna starve it, and it's gonna get super aggressive like Donald Trump.
Yeah. Like seriously, look it up. It's Yungoos.
When are they gonna make a freaking honey badger?
I don't know. I actually, I take it back. There may already be a honey
Do
badger.
they have a honey badger? They need to make another one. A better one.
Copy that.
A more memorable one.
No, not maps.
That's Trumpamon.
That's so funny. It made me fart.
But yeah, it makes me really laugh. I thought it was pretty funny.
I just love its face. It looks so bad.
I know, right?
It's like it hadn't eaten in a while. Picky Peck.
Oh yeah, Picky Peck is another one that shows up. It's a woodpecker. It can peck 16 times a second.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
Call me that big kill.
Also, you have the Rotom Pokedex, which here's how it is. So the Pokedex is an actual Pokemon. You don't get it until later into the game. It's like it's gonna be like a couple badges in is when you actually get your Pokemon as a Pokedex. What's cool about it, it adds a feature that I have wanted since the beginning of Pokemon, because it's kind of like I guess the best way to describe it is clippy.
I see you're trying to do that.
Well, sort of. It's like, oh, I see you haven't played Pokemon in 6 months. You were heading towards this town to go get this badge, but before you can go to that town, you need to go to this cave and help people over here. So that way, when it's been so long since you played the game, you pick it up and you're like, what the fuck was I doing? It'll actually be like, hey, you need to go here to get further into the story and so on and so forth.
What'd you do? I
I
wrote
put Drake's notes.
my notes.
But yeah, so it actually kind of helps you. Also when you're walking through the level, you know how it's always like, oh, there's a enemy, or not enemy, but there's an opposing trainer here and he's looking this way. I'm gonna walk into his line of view and then it's gonna start battle. When you get close and you're about to walk in, it actually brings in like a shadow on the top and bottom to like kind of help build the tension that get ready for battle because you're about to do battle, which is kind of cool because it helps build the tension. It's really weird. They're like, oh, it'll help build the tension. I was like, how's a little shadow gonna help build tension? But when he's playing it, it actually I was like, oh shit. But like, at the same time, it's also kind of cool because then it gives you a chance to be like, oh, wait, I'm about to do battle. I'm gonna back up. Maybe I should use some potions on these Pokemon real quick, get their HP back up to where it's supposed to be, and then go do the battle. So it kind of actually gives you like an extra little second to kind of think about, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this first. But yeah, in trainer battles, you see both trainers during the battle, which gives you kind of like a sense of like scale of like how big the Pokemon are during the battles and stuff like that.
Right.
But it also is cool because then you see everybody's reactions during the battle, because you like each of the trainers like has like little sayings that they do during the battle, or facial expressions, or like different things that they can do
to make them more human.
Correct. Also, all trainers are full 3D rendered trainers. So like used to be like in X and Y, they like the gym leaders and stuff like that had 3D renders, but everybody else is just like 2D pictures that slide in, and that's that. This one, everybody has full 3D rendered. Everybody has their own set animations that are specific for them and everything like that. So that's kind of nice. Pika-Peck, obviously. Woodpecker Pokemon, we kind of went over all that. When you actually get into the town that you're going to do for the festival or whatever, the first trainer you run into is Hala, which is the guy who actually gives you your first Pokemon. He's not actually, like, usually you get your first Pokemon from the professor. Yeah. Does not happen like that in this game. It's just a strong trainer that's on the island is like, hey, I'll give you this Pokemon so it'll help you on your journey or whatever. And you actually do battle with him as part of the festival. Professor Kukui? Kukui?
I'd say Kukui.
Kukui. He's a professor. He specifically researches like their attacks and moves and stuff like that. He's already got like a bunch of shipping because like women are just like, I'm a professor with a 6-pack of board shorts. So like there's
that type of shipping.
Yeah.
Not FedEx.
No, not FedEx. Perfect. Also, in certain situations, you'll come across actual battle spaces that are kind of like arenas, and when you do, it'll actually have spectators watching. So, like when you're doing the festival battle, not only is it your Pokemon and your opponent's Pokemon and you and your opponent, but then there's also people on the sidelines, like your mom's on the sideline, like cheering you on because you're fighting in the festival. That's like this big thing that's starting the whole thing.
So again, like a Pokemon tournament.
Exactly. So that's kind of cool. Hau, H-A-U, he's basically going to be your rival. They said that's like the thing that's like the person to pay attention to. Heads up, but they can't go really into why on that. Also, they're going to be doing a new multiplayer battle mode, which looks pretty fucking awesome. It's called Battle Royale. It's 1v1v1v1.
Interesting.
So, like, the 4 of us would play, and it's every man for himself. You get 3 Pokemon to choose from, and it's every person for himself. Once one of the people loses all of their Pokemon, the winner is determined by adding up how many Pokemon each person has left and how many Pokemon the person defeated. So like if I have 2 Pokemon left and I defeated 2 Pokemon, then like my score is 4. If you have 1 Pokemon left but defeated 3, your score is 4. But it's all based on like how it's all done and everything like that. But it looked really interesting. I can't wait for it. I don't know. But yeah.
I hear the excitement in your voice.
Also, no, I seriously cannot wait for this game at all.
I
Like
think we're all getting really tired.
Like literally one of my notes is cannot fucking wait for this game! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! All in caps. But what's also exciting about this game is the guy who's doing this game now. It's his first directing job for a game. So it's a brand new perspective on all this, which is nice because I think it's kind of what the game's needed. Don't get me wrong, we kind of got a little bit of that with X and Y, but like Joe said with Platinum and stuff like that, where like you have Pokemon that are like an ice cream cone, Vanillite, or then like
a sword.
Yeah, a sword or a keychain, like
Cart.
It seemed like they were like shit. Like we're out of ideas. Okay, Coke can.
Yeah.
Ball glass.
Cap.
Keys.
Yeah. Like plastic cup. Oh, my plastic cup's evolving. It's glass bottle. Like it just.
This bottle.
This bottle. That actually sounds real. Go Pokeball. Catch me a glass bottle.
But I just
beat that.
I'm so excited for this game. Like, it's one of those things where like me and Adrian are watching like the press conference, and we're laying in the bed and watching TV. And
in Puerto Rico.
No, I actually this was when we got back from Puerto Rico.
God damn it! You just ruined my whole thing.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Pretend you're in Puerto Rico.
I'm in Puerto Rico.
Gotcha.
Wait, if I'm in Puerto Rico, why am I wearing clothes? No,
That is totally acceptable in my opinion.
I know, right? But no, like we're sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Like, can you just imagine telling like 10-year-old me, 26-year-old you is gonna be laying in a bed, and you're gonna be watching TV, and you're gonna
Mom
be
and Dad,
ecstatic about the new Pokemon game
Pokemon
coming out.
wasn't a fad. It's still around, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. My parents were all like, Pokemon's just gonna be a fad. It'll be done in like a year. You don't spend that much money on it. And then looking back now, I'm just like,
I will never forget. We had that conversation at a TGI Fridays where my parents said it's a fad, and I said, "What is a fad?" And they explained to me what a fad was at a TGI fucking Fridays, and I am still playing this fucking game. So fucking get ready.
Could be just a really strong fad, I guess, but
I agree.
Or I might just have no life.
Don't get me wrong. The cartoons aren't as good as they used to be.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I still love it.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, let me rephrase that. X and Y is much better. The black and white seasons seemed a lot like a. I mean, it's always been a kids' cartoon, but it seemed like a really kids' cartoon. It was like,
I still enjoyed it.
like spending an entire episode. Let's learn about the joys of friendship.
It's not that
I'm your
bad.
friend. You're my friend. Let's go for a picnic.
It's not that bad.
Black and white is. Black and white is
that bad.
Black and dude, there's one entire episode.
I've watched all of Black and White. It is not that bad.
I'm
not saying it's not bad. But
The
it's
episode
not that
where
bad.
Ash and the female companion quit talking to each other because of something. So their friendship got brought back together because Pikachu went to a tree and
But they
picked
never said, "I'm a friend, you're a friend, and through the power of love, we can conquer it all."
No, through
And
the
they didn't
power of
hold-
this apple that Pikachu brought to me, I'm happy with you,
But
Ash.
it was not. They didn't come out and say, "My mom's name's Martha."
I did never say.
My point was, it wasn't that shitty. Like, yes, essentially you're explaining
You thought Freddy
what
vs.
happened,
Jason
but it was
versus
not
Ash was
said
bad?
that
How about Batman versus Superman versus Ash? No, anyway,
all I know is we're restarting to wrap this up because not only am I falling asleep, I'm
Yeah,
feeling
no.
sick. Because
well, I was gonna say that
almost
literally
remember it.
finished Nintendo. So I guess when you get back, we can have our conversation over the EA, Bethesda, Ubisoft, and everything off the showroom floor that we haven't had a chance to talk about. And also, we have to wait till you come back for our discussion on KOTOR.
We can have this whole discussion right now. I hated the game.
All right, that ends it.
Apparently.
Get out.
But yeah, so we'll figure out how all of this works.
Lotad.
So
Stay tuned to find out why I didn't like Christmas.
but yeah, so I guess
Next time on the podcast.
we're gonna end
Did
this.
we never
This quit
say the
recording,
name of-
that quit recording, and I swear to God that better still be recording.
I hope so.
So we'll end it. I'm Nick.
I'm Corey.
I'm Drake.
Joe.
And we will see you guys later.
If that's recording.
Bye.